story. Serena again had a couple of wonderful moments and you know, game changers, Pacific, and as well as
maybe a solid 30.
Hello everyone, really gotta hand it to her individual skill, because as she is assigned on the lurk, placed that beautiful killjoy on the sentinel on Ascent, so you can see how very comfortable she
is. Oh, we got raided.
Oh, she does love the sheriff. So on eco rounds, that's exactly what we saw.
Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate the raid. If you're still here, no, I doubt you waited for the timer.
Sure.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man.
Where
What's up, raiders? If people are still around as well.
Then suddenly sort of just puts up like 4 quick kills, almost has an ace with just the sheriff in hand. Definitely has the sharpshooter abilities coming through. So going to hopefully be seeing a little bit more of that here today. But
this could be an absolute slaughter, chat. This one. Next one could be okay. This one could be a proper slaughter.
Decent performances on it.
Dr. Kickbutt, thank you so much for the prime as well. Thank you with the 6 months.
ZETA's picking Sunset into PRX. Okay, this is interesting.
It's topsy-turvy land. You'd expect that Ascent would be picked up early, as they've been very confident in that map, and just sort of repair the mistakes that has not been, well, repaired. But instead, we're going to have a final map on Ascent. We're finally going to see Binds.
I think that's...
I'm so happy.
I mean, I don't think the maps matter.
As the final
it's going to get there.
Yesterday, so we do get it. So we actually get, you know, a little bit of a different look here. Abyss, Pearl, still not really
He's been looking pretty good,
teams, but Ascent is the decider. This is very interesting, I think, to say the least here.
Yeah.
Because I would have thought that these were a little bit reversed.
My res weird.
Rex not wanting to play the Haven, Zeta not wanting to play the split. Maybe PRX is very much leaning into the old school, like,
sorry, I should have called the flashback.
Split, you know, echoing back across the years of VCT. Maybe they think that there's some kind of otherworldly power that lingers on that map that they want to try to avoid, but either way, we get a look at Bind here, and then if we can finally get that third map.
This is watching from Soup. Oh boy.
And, you know,
did he miss that whole fiasco?
Try to clash up against, in all likelihood, something on Reyna and Jing on Jet, but we still don't really know. So this is a mystery bag, no matter what for Zeta.
I think you guys are getting flashbanged again. Watch out.
100%. It's a big, not only an exclamation point, but a big question mark. I mean, before they are able to reach, then of course they have to deal with Forsaken's Neon on Sunset. He had a very good opening set of rounds. We talked about the overdrive, just at round 2, the multi-frags, the 4Ks. The opening PRX 4-0 as well as being the trend from yesterday in every single map. So they got to make sure that they get their bonus rounds stabilized, or else PRX can get a huge
I mean, the first flashbang was my bad.
And I think
the second one,
things like that, reasons like that, which is why you and I both end up going for Paper X here in our predictions. Just kind of transitive property.
What's my Predator today? I mean, Paper X win this for sure, like no doubt. Next game could be pretty close. I would probably say the G winner.
Suddenly, you know, Paper X looks way better.
Yeah, I would probably say the G
because of
winner.
that, I do favor them here. I think that if we
the next game's like a 50-50, probably.
Consistent firepower out of all these players on Zeta, they should be able to take the win.
Yeah, I want to see the Honey Bunny Neon again, just going ham on Sunset to match Forsaken, and just a lot of expectations for sure.
All right, well, we'll see if our expectations are going to be shattered here. Let's go ahead and get our first game started.
Yay is back to NA.
Paper X.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about this. I mean, yeah, it's official now, right? Have you had the rumors about JDG replacing players before the start of the season? Yeah, I saw a bit of that. Damn, this is loud. I'm kind of just tanking it, but I wish I'd turned it down.
Zeta Division.
Alrighty, well, there are the players once again. Quick little zoom in as we'll get ready to take a look at the agent select. And
okay, but we'll leave it as a solid.
Going to be playing here on this.
Leave it at solid 30. Might have to turn it down at one point.
Okay, Clove, and then we have ISO Yoru here for Zeta. So double duelist.
This is weird res, right? Like, look at this.
With the Clove. Whereas Paper X not changing anything.
Yeah, very
That's
standard. But the Zeta division composition is definitely getting a lot of us excited here. I mean, we saw Killa show signs of life when it looked at his performance on Haven.
Dude, I thought it was my end for the whole time. Why is it only
able to use that omen to, you know, to a certain effective?
What's going on here?
Isles laughs, giggling. They're in a good mood, and I think that's definitely setting the tone for our first series of the day.
That it is. Well, get ready to jump into this one and see what this looks like.
Maybe I got it. Hold up.
Certainly didn't have this on my bingo card as far as the conference data was concerned.
Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go.
It's really going to come down to the execution.
I'll 2 times at one point, right?
See if they're going to have the cohesiveness to go ahead and
pull
those all 3-player stacks already over
ZETA
towards
on
the
defense.
Paper
X on the tank.
Pretty much just spread around tiles as well as
yeah. Dude, I was so sure it was my res the whole time. I was looking at it and I didn't even consider the switches.
Release the ISO, so they don't necessarily anticipate Killa here. He will be able to get out scot-free, but Honey Bunny does get taken down, so equalizing the count, HP low
Soup,
on
I'm going to guarantee Soup is
Zeta tried to get set up for a retake.
Full res.
They do have the recon dart at least and a couple of flashes for retaking the site.
Right there, fake out, not being fallen for. Swing onto the corner, Jing able to find the headshot.
Dude, we don't commit when 2 people are watching us.
Little bit of damage, a smattering of it found here onto something. Who's going to be pulling back? Site is walled in at this position. Does get tapped down. Now it is all down to Tara to see if she can bail them out of this situation.
Okay.
She cannot. Serena will be able to go ahead and find the final kill as Zeta will win the pistol.
Well, nicely done. They were, you know, playing off of each other. They were very disciplined. They knew that they had the advantage. Knew where the last person was going to be. And the duo, Akko Serena, is able to clutch it out for Zeta.
Sitting as they aren't on land, there'll be some ping
come down to that last little linger there. Killa being willing to potentially give his life over to get the kill. Gets out with the gate crash. Does eventually die, but not having that one extra little frag on the entryway could have cost them dearly. But Paper X are looking to do something maybe a bit silly.
Is it Neon Naf? Not in this one, dude.
Outlaw in hand for Forsaken.
Speaking of Neon.
Wanting to very much turn the tides of this round, and okay, they're committing to it. So we've got 2 sheriffs and an outlaw.
I mean,
can they
everyone the one shot apart from
swings,
one.
And the outlaw instantly is
there
on
goes the
floor.
outlaw.
Going to be taken here by Honey Bunny, just trying to get that
kill heavy commit. This is a lovely jump peak, to be honest.
In the meantime, Killa just now has a judge, and he's playing the corner.
No, this is scary. Hugging.
Oh boy, I'm not sure about that.
Get found out. Dot sliding forward, jump out of the smoke, transfers onto the second. Jing going to be taken down. The push forward, the shield now in play here for Honey Bunny is something. Last one standing, just a sheriff in hand, does have a recon.
Dude, look at this comp on the fence.
Just around the corner. Has to try to get his way through this ISO and is also being surrounded at the same time.
Honestly though, if Paper X aren't going to be lurking,
finds that third elimination.
This
that is going to be a fairly costly round here for Paper X. Let's see how the cash looks though.
Like if I'm the Cypher here, I'm lurking non-stop.
Yeah, we get to see the triple quadro rifles at least, but it all started here in this another fight on A main, I suppose, and it was one of those things where they wanted to catch them off surprise with the outlaw being picked up, but they were definitely ready for that.
It's like a little bit Fnatic-esque, I guess.
But you know what, Paper X yesterday, all their effective movements have been working on B. Not exactly on A when they went up against.
Then you got the Clove in there, so maybe more ranks.
This is them now.
It was the B side attack simulator coming through. Gate crash though immediately brings Killa over to the side of the map to try to reinforce with that sheriff in hand. Drone at the ready, but
there's no way they keep 5 seconds. Dude, surely the Cypher just stays.
Grab the orb there for now. In this context as well, I don't necessarily mind the attempt at the outlaw from Forsaken, given that the Bucky in particular on Neon
definitely had the reclear. I imagine there was a Yori flash.
But for now, they're just looking to try to avoid this drone.
So then they're going to wait for the drone and then walk back.
Like they will.
Okay, and we get the Cypher luck.
Rotations start coming through from Zeta off of that lack of information.
Wow.
There's a nice shot.
Now they know.
That's a damn good shot there from something. Sight now opened up. Forsaken positioned here on the corner, maybe looking to take a little bit of additional space. Fake out going to be sent through, looking for a blind. Honey Buddy in the meantime going to be taken down over towards Boba. Serena tucked in. Oh, now opens up with the Guardian. Slide forward, desperately trying to track, but Forsaken's more than happy to just play the
They're all just trying to shoot a Neon.
Scoops up another gun now, Guardian.
I mean, this is a nice mid-round call from PRX. It was all down to something, right? Something had the flash over towards
slowed up here,
main.
grabbing the weapon.
Calls to cancel their original plan and then just go
back. We'll be able to catch a kill there on a Forsaken. Stops it from being a flawless, but PRX will get themselves on the board.
Play against. I mean, yeah, look at that.
Still 100% super clean. The B plan, B simulator has been working in their favor, at least this round, not that previous round. And PRX, after avoiding the drone, just as you mentioned, was able to deny information. That pick off of Akko really opened up the site.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there.
Everything was pretty much standard performance from PRX. We get to see Jing able to accumulate enough kills to get Annihilation, so perhaps they are able to activate
who do we get in the
this. A seems to be now the hover again.
Oh, Annihilation off the rip, looking for a catch there, but anybody able to back away. Dodges that out. Now the kill contract going to be coming through. Gets a grab here onto Tara. You want to play that double tap shield is there, but Tara's able to break it. Finds the headshot as well. Heal in the meantime. They're on the site. He's come away with one. Has to take the gate crash out, and now is going to be a world away. Slowly starting to rotate back across, but
clean.
Trade outs coming through.
197. Thank you so much. Or Klein.
That's a good clean. Thank
you so much, man. Appreciate that. 7 months. Thank you for the prime, dude. That was nuts. With the shield as well.
Previously set up barrier mesh.
It's a rough loss for Honey.
Now,
it's a great turn.
Something able to find the first finds the second is Keelan and Serena both get
There's some people that love that duel, I swear.
And there's that recon.
Who's got a really good clip from there? Like Tex as well, same pause.
Alley now confirmed as Akko won't quite
some
be able
people
to line
love
up the shots.
the duels. I mean, obviously when the one way's there, you're gonna love the duel for sure, but
there's a beautiful counter off of that kill contract. It was Tara in the end who won that kill, though. Despite the trade, it is still them full control after that post plant, and something with a double K just made things so much more easier to hold down the site. And now it's overdrive on the side of Forsaken, and I feel like they're just gonna go.
And the deadlock all needs another buff.
As soon as the barriers fall down.
Honestly, the Gravnet's just too strong.
Let's see. Full sheriff's full half.
You gotta be careful with that agent.
From Akko sliding away, the chase coming through. Forsaken not wanting to overdo it, not looking to over pursue. Sets up the fast lane. Spots one there at back sight. He's as well coming through. And now just gonna be a quick little reset. Keeler trying to push forward off the back of the flash. Ends up getting gunned down.
They have no idea they're locked in there, right?
Another plant coming in, and that should be a decent cleanup, and as well.
Dude, every round, apart from the pistol and the eco, has looked so convincing.
Wanted to escape from that one, but trapped from the barrier mesh. Now Leafy Dot is gonna fall. Maybe Honey Bunny
as well. The sound sensors are bad.
Okay. He grabs another shield, finds another headshot. Decent damage dealt.
I don't think they're bad. They're just, you can't compare them to trips and stuff.
Final effort there, but
I actually think they're pretty good.
PRX are able to go ahead,
but obviously they don't give you like hard info. But when you want to fight or when you want to attack map control, they're pretty good.
They've built up a pretty decent economy as well as their ultimate charges as well.
The good thing is that like current meta at the moment,
into the scan to force them onto
especially when there's no sky meta, right? Let's just use B as an example. Say you sound sensor here, right? Like there's vision block here. You take B main and you sound sensor right on this box. And so if you had someone holding it, like for anyone to re-clear this, like you're not just risking a re-clear with a 50-50 duel. You're risking a re-clear where you shoot your bullet and then you get stunned. So it's no longer like a 50-50 duel to re-clear. So like you re-clearing question marks is so much harder when Deadlock's like defaulting on you and actually putting the sensors down. It's like a pretty big deal in pro play.
Tries to go into the
and not to mention like the wall and more sonic sensors as well, like when you commit for retakes. Like the Deadlock's pretty good in the team.
Quite unfortunate, the dimensional drift unable to get
yeah, it didn't really go to plan. Not sure what the whole idea was.
Eco once more. Annihilation available again for Jing.
2 times it a little bit.
Immediately to
I
find
can
a
do
pick.
it.
To be fair, Annihilation I do feel like is a pretty tricky hitbox. I think we've only seen like 1 or 2 Annihilations yesterday.
Until here.
It's good for pressure, but pretty hard to hit.
Yeah, we saw a couple times where it did turn the tides in rounds versus DRX, where it looked like they were going to be favored.
Fake over towards A or recon wall.
We'll see though if Jing
creates pressure. Does the Yoru take the TP? Probably not.
Pop flash sent for a target. Jing just
when is Fracture coming? At least for pro play, you're gonna see it on the 11th. When it comes into the game, someone in chat will know.
Here from Akko to try to dissuade him. He'll be able to catch a target. Jing gonna be taken down, countering Hunter's Fury now in play. However, is Forsaken takes space over towards Boma, spotting out Serena, spotting out
these
Akko.
buy rounds have looked crazy convincing. I don't. Oh my goodness. I don't know how Zetra gonna win one without ults.
Unfortunately,
even with ults here, this looks rough.
Forsaken does Forsaken things.
That was mega aggressive, mega confident as well in his movements, and we're basically seeing a repeat of his performance yesterday on Sunset. He has full control. He's really adding so much pressure. You're forced out of Boba. That very far off.
We got another one.
The site. You can keep doing it. Every single round. Economy looks so good on PRX. Now let's see how Zeta is able to capitalize off of this kill contract.
Yeah, this is pre-nerf. So good. Don't worry. So this will be the last tournament we see it proper.
Yeah.
So yeah, economically in a great spot. Kill contract sent. It's the grab here onto Jing.
Dude, I thought it was gonna be another one.
Jing taking down the attack. Meanwhile,
okay, this might be the round. They've got off. They got one already and picked off. And it's the deadlock, which means that the afterplants and all is good.
Taking down Forsaken from behind. Advantage held there for all but a brief
They're
moment.
all going one by one.
As now it's very much in the hands of PRX. Serena with the operator as well. Trying to find any kind of target. Oh, the head should have been spotted there for a brief little moment. Meanwhile, it seems like Terra very well aware here. Just hugging, waiting on the side of the smoke.
Nice shot.
Main noted something with the one tap kill.
Dude, their comms have to be way better now. There's no pings.
The point of no return, no escape, no holding on to the operator.
Like normally you can just ping where you saw the head of the woman before the smoke went. But
yeah, their attacking side is just so
Kenny,
dominant.
Thank you so much, Kenny Jones, with the prime 26 months.
Really going ham.
Appreciate that, Kenny. It's a long time, dude.
For full control. I mean,
thank you so much, man.
What do you call this? Zeta Division had a much better position to get trades off of each other this time around, but at the end of the day, a really good post plan, and as well as Forsaken just really laying down the herd after.
I mean, Jing was in the lead for so very long. Forsaken now overtaking him by one. Let's see though. Singular Bulldog Sheriffs.
Yeah, and we baited this the round before.
Be sent out. Slide forward, Forsaken as he overheated. Look at the answer. It's going to be no. Motion 3.
Dude, they even walled him off. Just straight up dueling no matter what.
Here on the approach. Let's wait for the rest of the team to try to find some impact. And there you go. Keela finding that shot. Takes out Forsaken. Flash at the ready. Pops it. Swings the corner. Takes out something. Now suddenly 2v3. Numbers advantage very much.
This is by far their best chance.
Really good guns as well, coming from different directions.
Shots flying, but Jing wise to it, turns back into the alley.
What do you even do here? One jump?
Weapon here in the hand of Keela. Some noise.
Wait for the tap and then both swing.
Oh, the gate crash bait. What has happened? Keela just left Serena by herself.
Wait.
No.
Wait. What?
I'm so confused.
Yeah, a little bit.
What do you reckon? Is TP's the same as its diffuse button or something?
I don't know.
What happens here?
Yeah, same. Don't worry, same here. In the meantime, that was great coordination coming out of the smoke just to catch them off. Because
wasn't he next to the spike?
And really great shots by Kira.
Dude, I would love to see it again.
It was again Jing, just evening out the numbers.
I honestly think his TP button's the same as his diffuse.
Yeah, Forsaken again.
Because he normally plays smokes, right? Killer.
I'm curious if maybe Keela didn't realize exactly where the gate crash was at. Thought maybe it was closer, or if it really was.
I really think it's the same button. He did it as he went to tap.
Doesn't end up working out here for Zeta.
Either that or he just tapped them both.
Continues. Quick little ping out. Hunter's Fury to play off the back of that, just trying to go ahead and dissuade the approach. But still, Forsaken fearlessly just charges his way into the site. Right space all the way into the back here. As Dimensional Drift this time is able to come through. Keela has the mask on, spotting out these players. Overdrive now going to be top here from Forsaken.
Okay, clears all the main.
Keela drifts over in towards B main. Drone going out.
The Neon is so good in so many situations. Thank God this didn't make it into like proper VCT season. Look at it. But we've actually done something sick from the Yoru. Realized they're all over towards side. We've got a smoke as well, so we can get isolated into here. We can now hold a smoke.
In place. They're
against a team that has no flashes,
confused,
and then a Neon just slides out into the corner.
Forsaken causing so much chaos on that Neon with the overdrive. And
with an ult as well, crouching.
Out from Zeta Division and unfortunately unable to convert the not dead.
How can you even counter it? That's the whole thing. That's what I was saying on Plat Chat. It's just it's so annoying when you can't counter something. Or when it's like it is a little bit over the top because of the bug where you like head bop, but it's just
everybody from PRX.
It's just so
yesterday's script.
It doesn't belong in a game like this, really. And I know this game's mental and has loads of stuff that doesn't really belong here, but like it does. It is a bit too much. At least to be doing it that often.
Okay, Forsaken spotted up above. Headshot, but can't quite readjust it, so ends up
the killer's had some rough moments. We had the ult. I mean, maybe even both ults, but the ult last round was pretty good, but the one before was rough. Oh my god.
Blood sliding forward. I thought for sure he was going to have that final kill.
Yeah, dude, I thought he was going to spray transfer mid.
To find the Vandal, but runs out of bullets. It gets overwhelmed.
Spray transfer mid slide here.
Last round in the half.
Forsaken's on fire. I thought so too. He was so close to getting that additional kill after and just really playing the pain. But at the end of the day, the
little sidestep there kind of owned them.
There, and they were just basically chasing Zeta down outside of.
Okay, third ISO. We'll go 1 for 1. Dude, every single buy round chat.
Nearly another overdrive built up across that round. For the final here, Annihilation as well as the Neural Depth online. Funny, the kill contract is going to have to find some value. Annihilation will end up going wide, quick little TP away. If you're not keeping themselves safe. As the rotations immediately sounded from Zeta. Just trying to get into position, but Forsaken slides forward, gets himself the backside, able to find the elimination there to break things open.
Dude, look at Forsaken. It's actual W key.
One up, but Forsaken's still an absolute menace.
Nice shot.
Keeps things even, but now Serena trades it up. Terra. Last one standing, vulnerable. There's a swing coming through. Is able to find the first, but Honeybunny there.
That is their first buy round.
Will get Zeta across the line here in the final round of the half. 9-3 is the score.
GG. I mean, yeah, this is GG.
That was a really good first.
This has been happening the whole time with the Zeta Academy team, though. They're just getting
to make sure that it was doable for Honeybunny to get the trades off and cover off of each other. It was a brutal first half, but at least they were able to break that momentum off and gain some for themselves.
Getting a round back here at the very end, something at least for the squad, but still plenty of work to be done. 9-3. We'll see if Zeta can believe in curses when we come back.
Forsaken, yeah, I mean, yeah, he was just running at everyone, getting multi-kills the whole time. The match duration so far, 17 minutes. It's pretty impressive. 17 minutes. It'll be 18 minutes after a 2-minute break. So it was a 16-minute half. It was fast. Could use Neo much still good, that's true.
All right, so now it's time to go into the second half.
Frenzy.
Quite the hole that they have to dig themselves out of.
Double frenzies? They might get both pistols.
PRX's wins on the attacking side. Now they shift over onto the defense. Forsaken 19-9-3.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, if PRX win pistol, it could be a very fast
Earlier,
game.
Zeta were able to do a fantastic job on their pistol round, so perhaps they can
Vnox Noah, hello, thank you with the prime, appreciate the 10 months.
Look at the stack from
Thank you so much for that, Noah.
They're going from a completely different direction off from market.
Setting through, door shut behind, swoop out here from PRX, peeking in
Yeah,
towards B-Main.
savage
Tucked away
crossfire.
here is something, comes away with 2, but easily traded back. It's called Hy-Vee, something Jing, all gonna fall to the wayside. Forsaken still fighting back.
No way.
Up
picked
one.
up a gun and reloaded?
No way. But
no
with the
way.
frenzy is
Managed to pick up a gun, reloads, and then kills everyone with their frenzy. That's insane, dude. I was watching it on the minimap thinking, well, Forsaken's getting traded here.
Yeah.
And then somehow...
It did feel like it was going towards the direction of another pistol round win, but the sandwich...
you can kind of... we didn't get to see it then.
Well,
you can kind of see the swap
underneath that pillar
reloading.
just really hurt Zeta's entry from market. And after that, just Forsaken just mowing them down, just as you said, with that frenzy, despite being so low health after.
Oh dear. Well,
yeah,
not the start that they were looking for. Still no force up though here from the side of Zeta. I thought perhaps we would see them just fully buy in. Something lucky to escape. Chunked down to 3 HP. Might be in the meantime poking out from market. This man should clear the double tap shield. Serena gets traded and Tara continues to push forward here at A main. Honeybunny with a nice shot from the sheriff. Sit her down and go despite the headshot.
They are just running them,
running
it down fully on defense. Everyone's WQing.
Up to 11.
Scary stuff. Match point. If PRX is able to convert this, they don't have the scariest weapons, but when I look at something with the Guardian, even though he's not on Arena, that still could spell disaster if things
out of
don't
context.
go
Do you watch Sidemen?
We'll have to see here.
Not massively. I've seen. Oh my god! I've seen a fair amount of their stuff.
Able to get their first pick off
the first time I kind of watched them, we used to. So like before I started doing like observing. Well, actually, kind of on the side I was doing observing. I used to work for like an events company, and when like new Call of Duties come out, they would always have like UK YouTubers basically just try the game and do stuff with it. So he was always there, but I never knew who it was until I like watched that.
Leading forward, not checking behind. He's unscouted. Taps onto one. Drags across. Does manage to find the second. But already, given the situation, given the circumstance, and the cash in hand, that is such devastating damage dealt here.
Yeah. The fact that the
Visited Sky Lagoon? Yeah, I've done Sky Lagoon.
Down
Sky
this
Lagoon's
push from
nice.
A. It has already expired, but that still gives them a little bit of an idea. Well, not exactly an idea. At least they have to be worried about A at least. They didn't spot out the cross from mid, but the rotation's already pretty much there from PRX.
Well, that wasn't noted. Smoke continuously being cycled keeps some attention from Forsaken there. Turns its back over towards A. Tara
I was in one of their videos on Watch Party, yeah. Someone randomly had it on in London, right? Like one of the stores they went into. I remember people tagging me.
Considered. Spectre here in hand. Smoke does come down. Gate crash. Sent. Fake out as well. Goes through. Push out of the smoke. Headshot connects on Serena. Not dead yet. Going to be popped. Immediately. Gets right back into the action. Going to be hunting for a kill. Chasing forward. It needs a reduced timer. So let's go a little bit more aggressive. Gets punished for it. Kila, however, will find one trying to backpedal them. Turns back the 180 into the headshot on a Forsaken.
It probably could have finished it here, but
keeps him in with a decent opportunity here as Jing down to
can't win that show.
Pushes out of the smoke.
Wait,
one somehow
I was
has
going to
not
say,
been
how
killed.
on earth is
Will
he
not
still
be able to
alive
find
here?
anything else. Takes them down so very low, but Zeta do manage to persevere here. Winning out in the anti-bonus and keeping themselves afloat.
A-Link tussle between the two at the end of the day. Zeta, Kira most especially, but this
is the stream lagging for you? Yeah, I think it's just you. Everything's okay, man.
Unfortunately not able to check the corner by the box. Really hurt them and made this round extra expensive despite that victory. And Killa with a double really, really did help so well. They still got couple of guns, but a lot of half shields from the side of Zeta, and a hero rifle for 2 for something, and for Forsaken.
In terms of like just
really
voice,
deadly
the lead singer of Alter has a sick voice. That's probably what I would say. But I don't know. I don't know if you're just talking like solo singers or what.
Packing back over towards A side. Fast rotations coming through. PRX. They try to back him up here. This barrier mesh access. Swing onto the corner, and Jing finding the headshot. Takes out Honeybunny. Now the net going to be thrown in.
Well,
will be corralled upon. Just get
I was
taken
gonna say
down.
they got one, and then
start working their way into the site, and it's going to go.
Dude, that's done. Big 1v1.
Ooh,
we're winning that on 5 HP with a slide. Okay.
Up the pace, but cannot find the shots. 5 HP remaining.
Dude, look at this wall.
Will stay alive.
It's so tanky.
Zeta continue to run this back.
Great shots by Akko, for sure, and the initial kills once more. The trades have been working out. Serena most especially. I mean, PRX, that was incredibly close. It was their own buy round, a couple of half shields on Zeta. They're still able to hang on to this map. It's going to be a tall order for them to catch up, especially when we look at Overdrive and Hunter's Fury available for PRX. They could be extra aggressive with this one.
Aggressive. Hunter's Fury here. Nearly catching. Looks like players widely able to dodge him out. Liffy does get clipped by the first burst. In the meantime, Forsaken. Big push forward. Aquila is not ready for it. Relay ball around the corner of the slide. Instant headshot into the third one. Oh, Forsaken.
Hey, Jing.
Far too much.
Relax yourself.
Bring this round to a conclusion. Serena's now going to be the last one standing.
He distracted him by getting that other kill.
Swing out on the corner.
Would have been a nice ace.
Let's take it down now. 12-5. PRX.
Still a pretty fast game at the moment. Under 25 minutes.
To map point.
Yeah, that push with the Hunter's Fury.
Did I react to the TMV's
really,
Valorant Hall of
really
Fame? I watched it.
From having a lot of time
I was on the treadmill watching it.
Space enough to make their own.
I don't know if Hall of Fame works in Valorant that well. The game changes so much.
PRX did, I just Forsaken. Look at him. 27 kills. Are you kidding me?
He's been going, just doing it again. Just going crazy.
Yeah.
And God knows that, like, we're going to get into the 2025 season, and then he's just not going to ever play Neon. I mean, the nerfs have been through, so I guess that kind of makes sense.
Plus, I feel like they're stacking too many people in the Hall of Fame. Like, I would probably just put 10s in there and let it be.
Annihilation and Sandkila immediately just disappearing as Honey Bunny is the last one standing. He's already
sassy.
just roped up, pulled in, taken
very
down.
nice, very convincing.
Jing will deliver a 3K to get themselves
convincing
the finisher
buy
here
rounds.
on Sunset. PRX.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this ZETA
like
team's just not going to get them up. That's what it's looking like. They're getting so right.
Yeah, it did feel like a little bit of a repeat, especially Forsaken going, just bulldozing his way through every single site. Even on the switch, on defense, he's still such a big menace on just trying to chase people down, hunt people down on the opposition. Again, we see a lot of really amazing shots from Serena, as well as Honey Bunny, but at the end of the day, it's still not enough when it comes to these. Forsaken is just up in your face.
Well, that's just brutality and something that Zeta's going to have to try to shake off, but
yeah,
you're
coming
up needs to be
just shut down people running at you. When aim diff is there, the aim diff is there.
Map pick here from Zeta. It's not quite coming together. I like the comp. You know, it felt very ranked, but you know, with the firepower behind it, I think that you kind of need to maybe have that to throw at PRX to deal with this team because they love to play so scrappily, but it didn't quite come together.
Jing managed to get the ISO mid oh really? Just before he went in.
Bastion of hope for Zeta Division because losing out on the series, that's it. You know, 4th place will basically be confirmed. Grand final, going to be out of your grasp 100%.
That is so brutal.
Yeah.
15 to 3.
Bind. I mean, it was a really nice attempt having to see, you know, the Isa getting picked up, the Yona getting picked up as well alongside the close Serena.
Why wasn't I a nomination for Coach Hall of Fame? Chat.
Amazing shots, but look at
we won home ground.
That's a lot.
EMEA season once and last chance qualifier.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Most of the time, they're just winning the
like for a
rounds.
Hall of Fame should be so hard to get into. It should be like back to back, like Masters winners, champs winners only. It shouldn't just be like, oh, this guy did alright.
So I mean, come on,
Wow.
What is that?
That's why I think it's probably too early for it as well.
That is appallingly
Mini,
good.
yeah, Mini. If Mini retired, I would accept Mini. That's so
kills.
fine.
28 and 13.
28 to 13, 420, of course, and six
figures
fast kills. My goodness.
Yeah, yes, especially again Forsaken on Sunset with this Neon in particular. It's just so fun to watch, and again, just seeing him just create so much chaos and pressure and just a lot of damage done. Look at that ACS.
What do you think is worse, the Neon era or the Chamber era? The Neon era is 100% worse. Like it really is.
Somehow less ADR.
Yeah, but mostly because of the head bob.
Yesterday with
bar.
ACS here, but still
like the
a
chamber era sucked
performance,
because it was for so long, but I'm telling you, this would have been way worse. Like, at least with the chamber, you get a 50-50 duel. Like, I know all your util's getting disrespected, but at least it was a 50-50 duel.
Anyway, what a game that was. Bind. Now we have to, you know, ask the question, what do we see on Bind? Because we haven't really gotten to see this map. It's finally coming through, and PRX have been changing things around quite a bit, and now even ZETA experimenting as well.
Sassy?
So
yeah, I feel like a Tens and Sassy would probably be the only ones I would put in there.
Maybe the viewers could put something together. I don't know, but either way, we're gonna go
I think Mini's okay if he's
all
actually fully retired, which I'm not sure he is. I'm not sure you could warrant putting anyone else in there. Like, who you meant to put in there? People that were just beating builders, like at the beginning of the game? Nevada, it's so fine, Sheriff. I'll just turn it down slightly. Chat, I'll be back in a bit, alright? Chronicle? Ooh, yeah, but Chronicle still plays. But yeah, you're onto the right levels.
Alrighty, we are back. Map 1 out of the way here in our first series to round out the group stage. Zeta Division elected to take us to Sunset, and that was clearly a bad idea because PRX destroyed them. It was very dominant, 13-5 at the end of it all, with Forsaken going absolutely nuclear. So I'm very curious to see how things look now that we go into Bind. What comps do we get? And will Zeta Division finally be able to give us a 3-map series?
Yeah, that is definitely the biggest question here. You get that, break that trend, break that pattern since day number 1 here in the Spotlight series. And I guess the biggest question is how they're able to do that. We talked about having to try and match fire by fire, but at the same time, I guess it's one of those things. How do you deal with Forsaken first? You know, that's the first layer that you have to deal with. I mean, he might be playing something entirely different. Maybe not the Neon anymore. Maybe we get to see, you know, I don't know, Gecko again on something, perhaps. Maybe there's just a lot of things that they have to deal with. I feel like we haven't even necessarily seen the operator being used at all on Sunset, but I feel like it might be a problem here on Bind.
Yeah, I mean, a brief glimpse of it there, but then, you know, Zeta not able to hold on to it, end up losing the weapon. So yeah, it hasn't been something that's cropped up too much. Bind probably going to be similar to yesterday when we were going from, you know, Sunset into Ascent. A very different story. So I'm expecting to see a lot more opping coming into this map, but who is using it is going to be a completely different question. For PRX, that can always just be passed around, you know, pretty much no matter what. But, you know, which agents is it going to be in the hands of? Is it going to be Reyna here for something once again? Is he going to be playing Jet? Is it going to be, you know, a double duelist setup here? Do they run Forsaken on Yoru with Jing on Raze and something plays Gecko? Like, there's a million different things that both teams, frankly, could be doing here on this map. So I'm very curious to see what things are going to look like once we do get into that agent selection, because we have no data. It's a tournament that's widely here for fun and to just show off these, you know, mixed gendered rosters and everything like that. So with lower stakes and Alex not being here, the sky is the limit.
They can definitely play around a little bit more over here on their compositions. I mean, it could be anything really, just as you said. Makes me wonder now for Zeta as well if they do a double back on what they wanted to do earlier with the Yoru and the ISO here on Bind, or bring back the Honey Bunny Neon, because yesterday I think he did pretty well on Ascent when he was on Neon.
Yeah, I think that would be perfectly fine, and I think that would be a big boon for them, because that performance on I mean, you know, being able to have a Neon that impactful on Ascent already, you know, a testament to the player's ability there. So I think that doing that here on Bind makes a lot of sense, and I kind of expect to see that. But maybe Zeta also has something else up their sleeve. Maybe they want to run, you know, a double duelist composition again and have that Yoru in the mix. So we'll have to just wait and see what this all does end up looking like. But I'm just imagining right now we get to some crazy combination of agents for PRX. Alex is watching. He's riding the ski lift up to the top of the mountain. He freaks out as he's watching it on his phone, and he just ends up dropping his phone off the lift, never to be seen again.
Oh no, not the phone dropping. That's not what you want.
Nope.
No table, so it's gonna be the phone.
You'll never see it again as well. He's in Hokkaido. There's nothing but powder and snow. That thing is gonna go and just dive 6 feet under the snow immediately. So you won't be able to find that thing until the summertime when it all melts. So, but I think he'll be okay. I'm pretty sure he could afford another phone. He'll be all right.
True. That's very true. Oh. I thought we were heading on over to I get a little bit of the spoiler here, but yeah, 13-5. It is PRX just being so extra comfortable with that Sunset. But going over to Bind as PRX starting off on defense, they have shown how they can be quite stellar and aggressive. You know, just because it's defense doesn't necessarily can push space a little bit more. So Zeta Division. If they want to play default, they gotta be wary of PRX pushing them.
That they do. Well, it seems like we should just be a few scan moments away from getting that agent select.
Okay, chat. Hello.
Oh, finally feast our eyes.
But it's so quiet you can hear the casters.
Has to be that turning point here for Zeta. Last match of that group stage. You don't want to go out without being able to have, you know, that singular map win under your belt at the very least. So. Give us that. Give us a 3-mapper. Let us see Ascent once again.
Recharging like a Roomba? What are you lot talking about?
So we'll see if that's going to be in the cards. But This is quite scary. Oh, wait, is this backwards? Yes. Oh, okay, now the graphics updated. So PRX did pick Sunset, and it's Zeta who picked Blind. Okay, now I see. So the previous one was just incorrect.
Right. Yeah, it's, I mean, earlier the bands felt like, yeah, you're right. Now it does make a lot of sense. And honestly, Zeta Division can,
I need the sun, bro. I barely see the sun.
Surprise, this is the time to play extra loose. Play freely.
I do like the sun, though.
Lose here,
but
and then just play what
just don't get to see it that much.
What
are my plans after Spotlight is over?
Yeah.
I'm just going to take some time off. The main season is going to be crazy. So it's going to be nice to take some time off. I'll do like a little bit of YouTube stuff in terms of like pick'ems and easy stuff. But
pick over if you want.
The main season is a lot.
Go wild with it. That'd be a good time. So we'll see what occurs.
Is there sun in Iceland?
Yeah, I really.
It depends. Depends what time of year. If I was in Iceland right now, there'd be about 4 to 5 hours of daylight, and it won't be sunny. I mean, it might be sunny. Like 1 in 5 would be sunny.
Yeah, maybe it's maybe they need, you know, like extra words from their coach, from like the extra hurrah before the, you know, potential, hopefully not the last their last map of this.
What do you think about Fractured Lotus coming in just a couple of days before kickoff? So as long as they don't change the maps drastically, teams can bracket right now, so it's so fine. If they change the maps drastically, then it's a bit of an issue, to be honest. But oh, a little extra pause. Damn, they really pumped the music. You went wrong. Let me turn it real down. They would let teams know in advance. Yes, maybe. The change of the maps. I'm not sure about that. Nah, I'm in the UK at the moment. Do you think teams will still run Neon after the nerfs? I'm pretty sure they won't. I think the nerf was really big. Like really, really big. My gym split, I just rotate legs, back and chest. So today is legs. Did you see the Leo Faria comment about LCQ? That's for game changers, right? He spoke about LCQ a little bit on Plat Chat. I think they like LCQ, but I think it just doesn't fit at the moment. What rank am I? What peak rank did we get to this year? I can't even remember. We played for like a month and got to Immortal 2. I don't think we ever got to Immortal 3, did we? I don't know. Someone can check, maybe. But we didn't play much this year. We definitely played under 100 hours this whole year. I know that much. Immortal 119, they were after my games with Sideshow. Okay, well there we go then. That explains it. 100 hours? Yeah, I definitely didn't play over 100 hours of Valorant this year. I would say it's more like 60 to 80. If I locked in, I'm Immortal 3. I think that's safe to say. And then I don't know if I could ever push to Radiant, who knows. I don't think we'll ever find out. The season's too long. Watched 1,000 hours? Yeah, I watched about 1,000. I reckon. The stream was on for around that much. Myokia, thank you so much. Thank you with the Prime. Appreciate the 8 months. Do a subathon for number 1. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, dude. It'll be a never-ending stream. It'll be wild. Damn, the Saboteur. The Saboteur, thank you so much. Chat, you know what to do. In the break as well, just give me something to talk about. We love that. Thank you so much. 10 gifted. 51 altogether. If you got gifted, make sure you at the Saboteur and say thank you. He went for the big 10. The big 1 and 0. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. 51 altogether. It's very generous, man. Thank you so much for that. Good amount of spam going on as well, chat. Well done. The Saboteur, I appreciate you. Do I watch Valorant off stream? I mean, normally if I'm going to watch something, I'll watch it on stream. Sometimes I, wait, what? I thought my chat was bugging out. You did it again. 20 gifted, basically. Another 10 on top of it. The Saboteur, thank you so much. What the hell? Bringing your total up to 61. Dude, I looked over and I was just like, oh, my chat must be stuck. And then I scrolled down and it was at the bottom. Thank you so much, man. More like the Saboteur. Honestly, that was pretty good. Thank you so much, Saboteur. Appreciate that as well. 20 gifted now. Holy, it's a good amount of spam. Again, anyone that got gifted, make sure you say thank you. Really do appreciate the support, dudes. Thank you for doing that.
Too shocked because it went by pretty quickly. 13-5 over to PRX. So now we have Bind, the last thing standing between Zeta.
Thank you.
This tournament without any map wins.
Yeah, this is definitely something that they really need to, you know, gather like all their strategies.
You got an Euler, yeah.
Dig deep into their pockets.
Actually, an Euler spotted. That was nuts, man. Thank you so much for the 20. 20 gifted in the break.
Honestly, yeah, the first map really went by super quickly.
Do you think Razor will be the best duelist now? Razor is like one of the most flexible duelists at the moment, yeah.
Speed. But Bayern could possibly be a different story. I mean, they don't really have to worry about any sort of, or quote, mid lane to worry about this time around, but they do have.
There's a lot of stuff that counters Jed at the moment now. Really, even though we don't see it much, the stun dash and like the dash through stuff isn't as good anymore.
The macro side of things.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to be getting an understanding of what PRX is
DNC as well in YouTube chat. Thank you so much for that also, bro. Appreciate that.
Then perhaps they'll be able to fight back here, but right now just
when is the new agent coming? Most likely, the new agent will be with Masters, you would imagine. And they kind of show it off at Masters, but it could come a little bit earlier, I guess. How do you become a good caster like Achilles? I have no idea, man. Practice, I imagine.
Good God, everybody on PRX is just all cylinders. You know, Jing, wonderful performance from him on the deadlock.
He's been around for a long time, I'm pretty sure, in terms of games.
Putting up such significant numbers.
Wait, chat, what game was Achilles doing before this?
That strategic read was there from Zeta, that they still might have just been, you know, brute forced out of the
He's an Overwatch caster.
Regardless, so we need to
who's
see
his duo?
Level ups in those two departments if Zeta is going to look to get a victory here on Bind.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've managed to show what it takes. I mean, they've got little bits of pieces and moments from yesterday. We talked about Honey Bunny Neon. We talked about Serena as well on the Clove earlier. She had a couple of multi-frags, just trying to whittle down the numbers of PRX. But again, Akko as well had her own moments. Kira even yesterday on Haven having to get that big 4K. But it's one of those things where you definitely, when you're up against PRX, you need it every
Pansy did everything. CS, PUBG, did them all. Damn, bro, what's going on? Saboteur, what's happening? He's gifted 5 more to bring it up to 66, and then he's done a solo one at the end here as well. And then he's done another one, 68. We're going for a number here, aren't we?
You actually want the flat
Bro,
map,
people can't resist. Unless you're just baiting. Okay, no, there it is.
But
Gifted an extra one to bring it up to 69. Fair play, man. 69 gifted altogether. So how much was this all? Was this 27 gifted or 28 gifted from you in one go? That's wild, bro. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate
what
that.
I was expecting for ZETA
Resist
but
the
it's
number.
exactly what I was expecting for PRX.
Someone talked about the 69 and then he was like, yeah, that has to be what's gonna happen.
On that Reyna, opting for a double duelist combo.
Love you, my man. I love you, bro. Thank you for the support, man. It's you're hitting some wild numbers, dude. I appreciate that. Again, anyone that got gifted, please say thank you. And chat, let's get one more. Let's get one more slug oiler spam going as well. This was like 20. Pretty sure this is 28 gifted in one go.
Alongside with Kira as well on
it's 28 or 27, something around there.
I'm expecting.
Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it.
A lot, but I'm really looking forward to this.
That I am
love
as
that.
well.
People saying thank you as well to receive the gifted. We love that.
There's tons of aggression.
Oh my god, there's a lot of duelists here.
Built into the kits on both sides, and I
don't
know what to expect from this other than for it to be incredibly scrappy, incredibly muddy between these teams. But Forsaken on Yoru, always a treat. This is a very classic showing here from PRX on Bind of all places.
Oh yeah.
The no Viper. I mean, yeah, but
has to watch out for that. I mean,
it is a show.
The earlier map on Neon was already pretty much a big statement. So Forsaken on the Yoru will definitely have just as much of a fun time, especially once the dimensional drift
4.5 joules
is going to be activated later on. You don't know where he's going to be coming from. Just going to activate so many flashes for the team. And you have to worry about Jing also flying across the map as well. So again, just as you said, it's going to be scrappy. It's going to be chaotic when both of these compositions clash.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Yeah, I mean, God forbid
the roles are making sense.
We've got 4 to 5 ultimates available for both teams. Nightfall's
Team Soup in YouTube says Achilles is duo in Overwatch was
dismissing across the map. Clove doing the same with the not dead yet showstoppers dueling flying.
Did for the Overwatch knowers, did ZP ever like make it into the proper Overwatch league?
It's gonna be crazy. So looks like
did he actually like proper make it? Because I remember when at the beginning when I was like doing stuff, he was always working with us, but he never like made it proper. He did.
And we've gotten the comps. We've been talking ad nauseum about the stakes here for ZETA and yada yada yada. We've covered the game.
Who is that? He was a caster. He was doing like a lot of tier 2 Overwatch stuff.
Buy more time.
He was a really nice dude, man.
Pretty much anything else.
He was a really nice guy.
I've got a giant bottle of water set next to me, so I'm going to ask you a question. As a fellow caster, Riku, how much water do you consume?
He did make it to the Overwatch League. That's cool. He was good, man. I felt like his casting was really good.
How many litters are those?
1.5.
1.5 and 3. Okay.
Yep. Maybe 2.5.
Okay, 2.5. That's very good. Do not be like me, because I only have a mug full
That's
of
a big mug,
coffee. It's the arcane mug.
Okay. Nice
yeah. Thank you. But well, that's all I have at the moment, right in front of me. Coffee.
You need to make sure that you're getting at least refills during the.
He casted some events, but wasn't really present for most of the Overwatch League. But he was a great caster. Yeah, he really was. Yeah, he was a good caster.
Keep him hydrated, so drink water. This is everyone's hydration warning in the chat that's watching across all the various.
Just Flow, 70 stream streak, reached your age, big slug.
Now I'm a bit
okay, thank you for that, Flow.
My seated position here. Okay, yeah, I got
70 is impressive though, I'll give you that.
Sugarized coffee.
Didn't need the insult, but here we are. Oh my goodness.
All we had to do was cover one stupid thing, and now we're into the game. We're into the round.
This time it wasn't me being late for the VOD watchers. We just
welcome to the
got chucked in.
Serena will be able to find one. Forsaken going to be taken down.
This is new.
Spike getting planted.
Chat, when did they add this? Why does it look like this? I mean, I know why it looks like this.
So, we'll ideally get that fixed either way. Triple push, rather, coming down short.
Is this like new icons because of the regen shield?
I'm guessing that there's an issue.
Okay, chat, for it's 2v3, 2-3 for PRX.
Tap onto the spike once again. Look at that hold it to half. Swing onto the corner. They've gotten it there. And as they pull off the defuse,
very nice.
We'll find the eliminations. Get right back into it.
Dude, no pistols. That's gonna have a rough time. Will I cast? Nah, casting's too hard, dude.
Off the bat, the pattern is there.
You have to just talk. So you have to be better with words, first of all, and you have to just like talk so much about stuff. Like having to fill dead space or like dead air is rough.
Off of each other with a double peek and just finishing off the round with something and Kohibi.
Casting's crazy hard.
Off to a great start for PRX.
And also, you only get flamed. Like I know people in chat here will be like very nice to the casters, but we're just like we're quite well behaved. We're quite nice people, I would say, when it comes to this stuff. But most majority of people like flame casters. It's like a lose-lose job.
But -1 already on PRX.
Something spotting out the shoulder there. Two weapons
they must
in
get
the hands here of ZETA.
I mean, how?
Check. We'll go ahead and confirm presence is still there.
I feel like the money should be a little bit worse than this, but I mean, they kind of, you'd almost say they have better guns. There's at least one person that can get one shot. Jay, you want this upsliding?
Down, Tara, swinging out. Something actually who's collecting everything. 4K for him. Pinshell's going to be lobbed forward.
There's something fade.
You just feel it tucked away into the corner. Something going to be
oh my goodness, okay. That's the 5th one we've seen this tournament, I think.
PRX starting things off 2-0.
Yeah, not on Arena this time. On the fade with the rifle. And just like that. Already
do you get enough money to be in the lose-lose situation? Casters get paid pretty well.
Just so much easier in case ZETA is able to
Casters
get
used to get
down.
paid crazy well. Dude, when I was observing, I remember finding out that the casters were on 12 times my salary at the beginning of when I was doing observing, and I was like, well,
bypass PRX's defense, mainly something just hammering down the pain.
Looking for the aggressive swing out here into showers, but Honeybuddy Letty Dot able to answer back in kindness. Forsaken Kohibi will both get.
It obviously changed because like observers eventually got more.
But Tara finds two. Hadn't even really spotted Akko, but still gets the headshots across. And suddenly we're in a 3v3.
That was in like the peak of the peak of CS.
Back into their favor. Lear forward. The timing on the push. Something able to find it. Takes it down.
Observers get paid a lot better now, I'm pretty sure.
As I think Keela is having some issues. And it's
one enemy remaining.
The weapon drawn back out. And will get taken down. That looks like
how did I get into observing? I just practiced until I got a job.
With 45 HP, trying to make their way
practiced and then messaged people.
Noise going to be noted here in a moment, and there's the catch.
You've seen too much.
I did, so I kind of accidentally ran into it. I did Gfinity in like 2013 or something because I was doing events anyway. We were doing CS events with like the event company I was talking about earlier. They didn't have an observer, so I did that. That was in like 2013 maybe, and then I didn't get another job until 2015. But in those 2 years, I just practiced for the whole time. And so that when I got a job here, I was just better than everyone, in my opinion.
That is a full stack from PRX as well.
Where are you?
Ball at the ready on double ping. In the meantime, Forsaken swinging out here into C long. I mean, it's just a triple approach. They just only have left Jing over on that one side of the map. They just look to overwhelm. Lucky Dot now just tucked into the corner, blinded up.
Nice.
Not much to be done there. Flawless coming through. PRX now 4-0.
But why observer to begin with?
Up the aggression.
I wanted to be a pro player, but I never really like fully committed to it.
That's the scary part
and then
about
by that time, I was like a little bit, well, not too old, but it was just easier.
You're just definitely gonna push.
Like I just never committed to teams, so I kind of messed up. I was probably like 20.
Now able to afford
22, I guess.
Let's see what angle will be challenged here. It seems
Something
like they're
that.
leaning close to Baths. But we'll have to see if Tara does
and then
try to peek that. It does seem she's satisfied.
I just went down a rabbit hole basically.
Caller to check.
I did observing once, realized it was a skill, watched everyone else, thought it was awful, so decided to make it good.
The op holding well back, staring over towards showers, but it doesn't feel like Tara has any.
And then everyone kind of had to level up. I feel like everyone had to level up really. Like the stuff people are getting away with back then was kind of crazy.
Ends up getting taken down. Jing on the chase, pushing forward. Shot's just a hair off there. Lefty not able to answer one back. Swings out, but Forsaken is getting warmed up again. Op from Serena will connect. Forsaken going to be taken down. Tara now on the hunt, swooping around from behind as the leer gets thrown. I don't think they're going to have a read on this one whatsoever. The timing, the lineup could be both players. Spots the one, tucks back. Able to stay safe, sends down the sim beacon. Now, Akko left to her own devices.
Ooh, okay. Damn, this is going to be a brutal game.
Tara.
How do you practice it? It was easy in CS. You could download a VOD and you could just POV practice VODs.
Constantly being the cause of
like it was easy to practice back then. You would just download a VOD and then you just pretend it's live and just practice it.
Really nice patience on not pushing, but then pushing at the right moment.
But I was like,
the two players left.
I was a little. I took it a little bit different to everyone else. I had like like 30 keybinds per map.
Right now, I think it's
and then there were 7 maps, and then you just learn every single keybind on those maps, so you could go to POVs. Like right now, I'd be on a POV of a camera in this corner watching these 3, and then you would flick to the one here, and then you would probably flick to these 2 just running out of showers. You would show the Yoru that TP'd running back. You would then show an overview camera of these guys from the back here. But on the minimap that I had on my second monitor, all of these would be labeled. So like my keybinds would be like, this would be like 7. So I press 7 on my keypad and it would go to 7 to do an overview. But like here you should always stay on the defense as well.
Finding 2 quick kills, a quick reset on the
the whole thing of observing here, like especially on the is like you should stay with attackers for the beginning, but then when it comes down, you should just stay on the person that has to do it all. Like now we should be on the attackers. Now we should be on Yoru.
Both gonna be taken down. Suddenly it's Forsaken and Kohibi. Last one standing.
You would maybe stay with Serena just because she hit 2 shots, but now you go back to her.
Enormous. And that will be the final 2 kills coming through. PRX still maintaining a perfect streak here, 6-0 up.
The utility game by PRX on top of the operator shots.
Did I only do POV observing or did I dabble in cinematics? No, sure, if I was the first person to do both of those jobs in one, that's what I'm saying. And there was always a disconnect. Like I used to watch people because there used to be overview first person, and there was always some like horrible disconnect. You still see it in this game, right? Where we're about to watch some action, but someone goes to a POV cam. I was the first person that learned like 180 binds. Just to make sure we didn't get that disconnect. Dude, I fought in chat. I was practicing like 10 hours a day for 2 years. No job. Or like didn't get hired for it at least.
Just maintaining the dominance here. As for Zeta, it's all very quiet. Swing out. Flick not going to be there. Tara finds a second. So we'll be able to reply back, finding Jing. Double face forward. Tara, however, doing well to find that third. Nearly gets the fourth. Will be Forsaken to pick it up. Something going to be taken down is KD now in ruins. Spike is stranded.
Esports freelancing, yeah. Dude, and then the pay was what I was saying. The pay was just like so low.
Operator too, yeah.
But eventually you could kind of like charge more because people realized it was good. It's still bad for observing? Nah, I think it's good now. This is a slaughter, yeah, I'm just talking over it just because there's not too much going on.
Once again, economy just being broken down here. Zeta bleeding cash.
Who is letting you observe the games? Facer was the main one to hire me at the beginning. Like I owe a lot to Facer. There was like James Bardoff and Henry G kind of got me like a lot of observing jobs at the beginning.
Practically.
James Bardoff.
You could really tell that it is her map.
It was like a big push for me.
Just a lot of ultimates across the board for both teams. Let's see though if they're gonna up the speed now for Zeta here, as they do have some guns.
Do you regret anything from my timeline? I would have liked to have seen what I would have been like as a player. Like I should have full committed when I was like 19.
Showstopper, but the
I honestly, chat, I was too busy like going out and stuff.
But not before. He's able to trade it
Like
back, so 1 for 1.
I never, Jesus.
Just mows down
I never
3.
full committed.
Not dead yet, will get popped. Teleport is taken though.
Like I didn't join a team until I was like 23. I would just go to mixed teams and stuff.
Shuts him down. 8-0 Zeta right now. In-game economy. Oh, it's not looking good.
Yeah, quite unfortunate too. They were.
Did I do the face it major? That was my first major, yeah.
I believe
it was the 80s. I mean, yeah. To be fair, the prize money there didn't make sense to go full time. But
the C's was just so much.
Is there no timeouts? I mean, they can time out if they want to, but it's
just
like
to sandwich a lot of the players
I'm not sure it's gonna change much.
Outside of Hookah. Let's see, PRX are pushing.
Jeez, mate, something is farming everyone. Oops.
Honeybunny gets a 2 for 1.
Hold up. Here we go. This is the round, surely.
Finds the kills. And Serena, with that sheriff in hand, will be able to come up with another one. Starting to get a little bit of panic. The backpedaling now coming through as they clear out the Lear. Top of the plant. Player advantage here. An orbital strike as well. Looking to loop all the way back around. No, looks like they will just cut back.
Are we talking about CS? I mean, yeah, we were.
Weapons in hands here for the 2 players on the side. NHL sent Jing. Goes for the swing, but he's immediately taken care of. Looks like Zeta.
Well, we got a half.
On the board after a 3v5 start of the round.
I respect the attempt.
Swing coming through, and it's
I do
a
respect
thrifty,
the
much like we were seeing on Haven yesterday. Zeta will get around victory in the least expected way.
the Bucky kill is coming from Honey Bunny. Really surprised.
Why did you choose to stick with Valorant rather than CS2? I just switched as soon as the game came out.
Yeah, big
Riot
surprise,
always,
big
it just made sense, right? I had done everything I wanted to in observing. Like I felt like I'd made it good and I kind of plateaued in terms of skill. And then Riot were always going to put so much money into this game that it was going to be a success. So we just switched instantly.
Granted, with double duelists, would have a little bit more impact there, but Vine a lot of times can favor the defending side.
I switched day 1 as soon as this came out in beta.
Done though. The orb take Honey Bunny just 2 away from the showstopper.
This game is better. It had a like the game really early on looked very good. Like you could tell it was like good enough.
Still being held by Forsaken has been quite the surplus.
Spotting one out. Sent Forsaken, just staying tucked here within the teleporter. Something that'll lead the charge. The Prowler to try to distract, and they manage to split the attention. Come away with the kills. Quick TP back over onto the A site. Forsaken out scot-free.
You don't know all your mods because of how often Valve don't know with me. I spoke to Valve once. No, I spoke to Valve twice, like one event. And it was mostly because they messed up.
Forward, the flash set up, Jing swoops forward, finds 2, orbital strike now.
Oh my goodness.
Off the mark as he goes bouncing in and finds the headshot onto Akko. 4K here for Jing. No consecutive round wins allowed.
Yeah, this is
so scary
absolute
going up
slaughter.
against PRX in this map. The way that they're able to just have full control of the terrain, utility, just to cause distraction, and playing off of each other's, well, distraction, if you will. And Jing with a 4K.
Valve meeting with the 2 programmers. There were people, yeah, I had like a WhatsApp group of 2 of them for one event. It was the Face It Minor? Yeah, the Face It Minor. Because there was something crazy wrong with the game that everyone thought it was Face It's fault, but actually it was Valve's fault, but Face It had to take the hit. Where you would like play, no joke chat, you would play a game and randomly, any round would just have no sound for players. Like you couldn't hear footsteps. It would randomly just choose like 3 players that were completely invisible sound-wise. So you couldn't hear their footsteps. Just midway through a game, every single game, 1 round. It was wild.
Going through dimensional drifts coming into play though. Forsaken chasing forward, spotting out on the 2.
Fatal, yeah, no, it was basically it was Fatal before Fade existed.
Perhaps as the flank was also there from Lefidot, who's now bouncing forward into something's welcoming arms. Kill's going to be found, but Spike is already ushered forward, getting ready to attack onto the A site.
Oh, it's riddled with tripwires.
Dude, the gauntlet. Who? Who's running out there? That's crazy.
Gets caught up, showstopper lobbed in, nearly finds the kill. Taken down to 17 HP, but does manage to survive. Serena at the same time, taken down. Tripwire set up at the top of the box. If Hako's tries to drop down into the site, they're going to get caught up by it. Aziz gets sent, neural theft, gets the ping reveal. Head is spotted and taken off. Jing finds the final shot. 10 to 1. Looking for an 11-1 half here on Paper X.
You gotta love the timings of a lot of these ultimates. Zeta Division was able to get that big pick off on Forsaken very early, but again,
being the previous game time, I mean, it's 16 minutes.
The orbital strike just stopped the push,
it's pretty much the same.
And then the rest is history.
Very close.
Paper X now at the double digits. This is absolutely insane, these players from Paper X.
Move away from Siesta Val. I just felt like I'd done everything I wanted to do. Plus, I wanted to do more coaching and stuff. I was tempted to be a player, but again, I would have only been a player for like 6 months before Zoomers took over.
Forward weapons can now be upgraded. Kill will say thank you very much. They came in with just a classic in hand.
So I just was sensible and did coaching. Oh my goodness!
The jump forward, minor distraction there in the air. Hybe's now the last one left. Cage's only on the slide across. And now it's just Keela.
What role would I have played for the first 6 months? Honestly, I would have just played Ray's Judge. That's all I did in ranked anyway. But you got to remember the Judge was crazy back then.
Pings are coming down. They're rotating over. A weapon can be picked up.
And Ray's was crazy back then.
Can still be recovered.
Dude, they're having so many problems, but I just don't think they want to pause. Like, dude, what's going on?
Chance.
He's just alt-tabbed midway through.
Try to put themselves across the gap. But it seems like once again... Ooh, disaster striking, but there you go. Teleporter can be taken. Tripwire to try to slow up. Cam is set up on the site. Cage comes in first. Right click clears out the trip. Camera going to be taken down.
Kind of winnable.
They're going for the stick. Smoke.
Wait, you just smoked yourself off.
Vision. They elude the cyber cage, not making any noise there.
And the cage gave space to get out of there.
Tap. And had a bit of stick. It might have actually worked out. Keela just sat here waiting patiently, waiting for the timing.
Dude, actually alt-tabbed midway through. Managed to win it.
Clutch out the round win. So
that's crazy.
Second,
17-4, by the way, something.
Lead.
Yeah. It was another fight on long to Fountain, but something, again, tried his best, and a Kohibian as well. But that is the first half of our bind map.
Okay,
Let's head on over for a short break.
Is this GG or is this a comeback? Oh no, this is done, dude. This is really done. Like, for sure. Chat, you guys are gonna get flashbang, maybe watch out. 3, 2, 1. Does this still exist or not? Maybe another one, chat. Damn, I still have this. That's crazy. Chat, this is my old config from CS. Hold up. I'll look at it. I'll look at it in the
at the base of a mountain, looking to try to conquer it and climb it.
I'll look at it at the beginning. You can see all of my. You'll see all the binds I used to have. That's gold right there. When I quit observing, I met, dude. This is getting crazy though, surely. Surely this guy's gonna sort out the issues. He's just alt-tabbing midway through. The free farming.
Connection issues rather than delay the game indefinitely, so.
Okay, they just accepted the inevitable.
But one that Paper X unfortunately get to take advantage of as they spot out the clove.
It's gonna be a difficult retake as Forsaken has eyes. Jump scare.
First tap there, but drag across. Terra continuing a reign of terror as PRX will win another pistol and move up 11-2, just 2 rounds away from closing out their group stage.
PRX again with the execute here on their pistols. I mean, their pistols have been, great.
Am I allowed to bet on Riot Games? No. Dude, pretty much ever since I have done, since I've been in esports, you just don't do that stuff. You just don't do that stuff.
Weren't seeing so much on Sunset, so
it's never gonna end well.
Here, figure out okay,
you have insider info no matter what.
Right.
In the for the rest of this map. I think that's got to be kind of the wide discussion coming through here, and that's why you still see so many smiles on the faces of the players.
Bro's cam is gone. Yeah, he's having a nightmare.
Doing the cry emoji on some of the players here, but just as you said, they're communicating, they're still talking, just a lot of smiles, and you can really see the mood here, and ZETA. Let's see how able to press on here on these following rounds. You get to see some stingers at play and a Bucky as well for Honey Bunny. We'll see.
All right, well.
Benji handled it well. Oh yeah, Benji just forgot in the moment.
But it's aggression that PRX
at least it wasn't on Valorant. You can tell it's an innocent mistake. If it was on Valorant, you'd be like, oh, hold up.
A very solid understanding of what was coming through in this round.
Dude, look at it. Look at him. I feel so bad. Every so often, we're just...
The spike now going to be planted. It's going to be a full
mad that he won a round.
Back around through the defender spawn to try to get into position. Get ready to retake this site.
Oh, once the smoke dissipates, that's going to be chaotic.
Holy hell. Oh my goodness. The C's into the spray down.
Oh, it's something.
And gets the reload off.
Out of the smoke, takes out Honey Bunny there in midair. The Bucky unable to find that elimination, and now
let's check in on the Clove. Yeah, not going great.
Tequila. Just left alone out by Fountain. PRX 12-2. One more to go ahead and bring this one home.
Let's take a look at that replay. This was crazy. Didn't even need the smoke to dissipate. The C's was enough. Spraying down with the Spectre.
I'll tell you with the Prime. Thank you so much for the 8 months. Thank you, thank you. Did you think it's the best team in the EMEA this season? See, that's going to be easy. The Terratix, right? You would imagine.
Well, all comes down to this. A Marshall, a Bucky, Stinger, and Sheriff.
Something would have to go wrong, I feel like. Or insanely right for another team.
It would seem going to be left back there in the defender's spawn. Let's see. 4 others here from the side of ZETA can try to save him off. Forsaken just rushing forward, disrespecting the molly. Cross. Pumps coming through there. Is Honey Bunny able to go ahead and take down 2? Gohaibi and Jing both eliminated by this Bucky at Lamps. Hila has rejoined. Grabs it, but as they go ahead and take out.
What even happened? Dude, I would love to know what's going on with the PC because carried on running. So it's like, is it like a mouse issue or something? It looked incredible.
Forward. For the tap. Molly's still online, looking for the bounce setup. Sends it out. Swing out of the smoke. So
yeah, it wasn't like wasn't actually confident in the molly.
This is forward. A little bit longer now in for the defuse. It seems like we're not done quite just yet.
31 Barrel, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate the 16 months. Heretics are the only team in the roster changes. In EMEA,
yeah. Done. Coming from heaven.
You got PRX, you got EVG.
Have sights on through Lamps. Get the trades off the board
and
then get that clutch down for ZETA Division. Still holding on to this map. But something does have Nightfall already available. Yeah, Dimensional Drift, 1 piece away for Forsaken.
RRQ? Nah, RRQ changed.
Fast execute onto B with a stack that they're looking at, especially.
Andreas, thank you so much, Andreas. Appreciate that.
We'll have to check.
Appreciate the Prime. Thank you for the 3 months. Dude, what's going on here?
PRX once again just looking for a fast hit here. Serena setting to the side. Find a decent amount of damage. Smoke comes in, bounces out towards safety. Dimensional drift from Forsaken on the hunt, trying to spot out any players that they can.
Okay, can't hear the exit.
Nightfall as well, catching onto a couple. Forsaken's running out of time. He's just gonna pop out right in front of him.
Just react, straight up, doesn't care.
Serena, swing forward. There's another kill coming across. They swing in.
A double flash. Came out of the flash, got 2 kills.
Swaps over to the short, even no further push coming in.
It's alright.
Moment will be on their
the clove's coming.
Heal is still sat back over on that A side, now starting to rotate. Shots flying across, something drops down off the angle, but on the re-peek, we'll be able to find it.
Yeah,
now,
something's in for a shock here.
it's just that judge in hand, waiting around the corner. Heal will be able to get the 1, but won't be able to find much more after
what was
that.
this? 26? Damn, this was very fast. Very fast best of 3.
Costing them, not allowing them to play at that full firepower, but even so, PRX, they were on one today.
Yeah, their sunset to bind. It was very apparent that they're just full online. Tyra as well, you could tell that she's having
I felt a little bit
time,
bad because of the whole timeout situation, but honestly,
and just being
even with
threat,
it would have been a bit of a storm.
Like it was just so hard to challenge Bats constantly just because her
it's a shame that the main team couldn't play like
you want to try
with the game changers
maximize that operator, but she just knows when to peek and just when to play a bit more passively. And you can't forget about these plays from Forsaken as well, playing off of the utility. It just looks so clean coming from PRX.
Yeah, really did. I mean, Jing a little bit of a soft start, but then heats up, just starts going crazy, something the whole way throughout. Looking so damn consistent, but, you know, this was definitely PRX's map in the end, it would seem. Just devastating scenes.
Shows the word XC.
Across the board.
Let me move this across and see what it's like.
Very silly moments like this.
Crazy stuff. Buy something, and of course the bucket shots from Honey Bunny as well. I can't forget about that.
Log and get
gain
flashbangs.
access to make some of these rounds incredibly sweaty, incredibly close. But yeah, PRX, they're just super scary from sunset to bind.
So
yep, terrifying. Team
okay, I'll wait for all the.
No problem, it would seem.
I'll wait for all the.
Look more and more improved. So maybe that first.
I'll wait for all the stats.
Not that, you know, I mean, obviously, Global ZEPTO still looking incredible in their own right.
Leak, it's fine. I'm gonna show you all anyway.
On that first map was split. The decisiveness.
Dude, it's crazy the levels that I went to.
Maybe just a bit of a blip, something that can be ignored. As PRX, it feels like they've very much come online since then, and. Yeah, I mean, they find themselves...
He's hacking. It looks like weird hacker stuff, yeah.
Right there alongside Global ZEPTO. So depending on how that next series goes with Global versus DRX, I'm curious to see who ends up being our grand finalist at the end of this all.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, before this series started, it was DRX in the lead when it comes to map differential.
Dude,
but
23
just
to
as
7.
You said, it'll also come down to how DRX performs against Global ZEPTO. As we take a look at our stats, of course, something was really just laying down the pain in a lot of these rounds, having to constantly have Nightfall online most of the time. But you know, gotta say that special mention, Tara on that Brimstone, just really can be aggressive. Can be that big pillar of a defender when it comes to Baths, and it's just so hard to challenge her. She's always alive and having to extend her life, and therefore is just always there at the right place at the right time.
Yep, excellently done across the board. Something dominant. He was one away from having a 24/7 scoreline. I think that would have been pretty nice, but big performance from him here on that fade. 386 is pretty nasty here from him, and you know,
that's something good. How you doing today?
Assist rate. So it was just an absolute menace on that B side, on hookah, and on the attack as well. So something looking fired up, and looking like PRX should be well slated to find themselves in that grand finals tomorrow. So we'll have to wait and see how things shake up from the next one. But of course, we're going to get an interview with one of our winners here today. So we're just going to wait for them to get loaded up into the lobby so that we can have a quick chat and pick their brains on this series here overall.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure they're happy about that performance for sure.
All right, well, it seems like it is ready to go, and I believe that we have Kohibi standing by, so welcome to the interview, and congratulations on the win.
Hello, thank you.
No, turn up a little bit.
No problem. Well, we got to see you guys on camera from time to time, and we talked to Jing yesterday. We asked about the vibes of the team, and he said that you guys hadn't really met until like just before the games had started or really chatted with one another, and then you just kind of went into it and just started having fun. This series, you guys were very dominant. You know, has this tournament just been nothing but a fun blast for you guys? Did you get stressed at all in your first series versus global, or has it just been a fun experience across the board?
I don't think so. It was just like all fun because it's still just a fun match, you know? Yeah, so I just like having fun. Yeah.
Well, we've been able to tell from watching you guys, so that's good.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a little curious though. So, I mean, it was very obvious, you know, your facial expressions once the camera was like focused on you guys on some of these rounds. You guys were having a lot of smiles. I was wondering when you guys had to look at the composition of Zeta Division earlier when they pulled up the ISO, the Euro. What was your reaction then on Sunset?
We felt like they were just having fun like us as well. So we just went along with it. Like we just went A and B. Sometimes maybe mid. Yeah.
That's it.
On a
Just like
similar
spinning the
note,
roulette. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, very much does. But on a similar note, I wanted to say, like, who's kind of been deciding, like, what you guys are running as far as, like, your comp is concerned on PRX? Has it just been everyone just saying, like, oh, I kind of want to play this and just making something happen? Has JD Faker been maybe involved in that? Like, you know, because you guys are also pulling out some fun stuff as well.
We just picked like our comfortable agents and just went along with it. Like all of us play duelist, so we kind of can play anything because we play a lot of rank. Yeah.
Well,
It's pretty much just PRX. Just say, I want to play this, and you just go ahead and do it. That's awesome.
The PRX style, indeed. Although I'm a little curious, Kohibi. I know you've been enjoying your time over here and having to fight a lot of these teams. If you had to pick one to do a big rematch, for example, maybe on the grand finals, who would it be and why?
Maybe Global Esports because we can see that they are a very dominant team. So we are excited to play against them again. Yeah.
Well, it seems likely if you guys can lock down that spot, so it could very well be the case. But I guess lastly, anything that you want to say to everybody who's watching?
Thank you. Keep supporting us, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much.
To the point. Well, there you go. Well, thank you so much, Kohibi, for joining us for the interview, and best of luck in the future here. It's been an absolute pleasure in the group stage, and we're looking forward to maybe seeing you guys.
Which team are immune to meta shifts? None. None of them are. But they're just like, people are better
that does it
reading
for the interview. Now we get ready to get geared up and go into the last match of the group stage. DRX looking to recover from a loss versus PRX yesterday. They have to do it versus Global ZETA, who has looked the most dominant. I mean, you heard it there from Kohibi yourself, saying, we want that rematch because they were able to best us, and we're not happy with that. So this is going to be a tough one here for DRX.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited about the Global ZETA, if they're going to be continuing their streak on the way to the grand final, or DRX can shape things up a bit onto the scoreboard. But before we head on over to our second series of the day, we're going to be going to a short break. So stick around.
Okay, very nice. Right, chat. Oh my. Okay, so for a quick rundown that people missed it. So observing in CS used to, and kind of still is, 2 people, right? It used to be 1 for overviews, 1 for like fast passing. So when I decided to do it, and again, this was 2013, I'm pretty sure. 2013, I did an event, and then didn't have another event until 2015. So 2 years I was practicing this. So this is every single map. I would have a config that looked like this, and it would be binds. It would be binds on my keyboard for overviews. So there was like no disattach from like fast passing to. So this is one bind. This would like I press insert on my keyboard, and it would go to an overview on a map. But you got to remember, this is just Mirage. Imagine this for every single map. And I would just learn all of this. And then basically what you would do is you would have 2 PCs. So your second PC would just be the minimap blown up, and then you would like draw in these where it would be. So like say that F4 is like an overview of somewhere, you would edit the map, and then you would put F4 over the top of it, so you could learn it. So yeah, that's what I did on every single map for like 2 years. That's like what I was learning basically. So I did this just times 7. Yeah, I put a lot of work into it, chat. Like that's Mirage. This is Nuke. Same thing. Did I Google those things? No, I went into the game and I handpicked every single one, and then learned them. Yeah, I went like all in, like all in. It's hard work. Yeah. I put a lot of effort into it. Like I don't know if there was ever any clips of stuff that I did, but there was some cool stuff that we had. I don't know how I would ever find some of the clips. It was mental. Dude, it was fun though. Because the thing is, I felt like the observing was like not great at the time, so I wanted it to get better, and like everyone has a better time watching. So it was really good with grenades, man. I wish I could find there's like a good clip on. There was a good clip on Dust 2 when you would like see the kind of stuff that I was doing. I'll maybe have a look for it. Did I teach the method to other people? Some people started doing some stuff similar, but a lot of people would just hire 2 people in the end. But again, I still think there's a disconnect. You helped develop an observer AI thing based off work like this? Oh, really? Yeah, they started studying my work in a couple of universities. Because I got asked to... It was like 2 or 3 unis I got asked to do some stuff there. Obviously, I was busy, but it's still pretty cool. Have still not figured out changing PF profile pictures? Yeah, but that's a waste of time, Sheriff. No one's going to see that. So imagine he's put all that effort into being a top observer, then he drops it all to take a punt at Riot's new game. Yeah, that's why it was like a bit of a... It wasn't a well, it was a bit of a gamble, but it wasn't, if it makes sense. I only care about the fame. Dude, this is like the first ever time I've done a job that is like... where you actually get compliments, I guess, or praise for the work you do. Everything else I did, I just got flamed for. Observing, it's a lose-lose. Coaching, pretty much a lose-lose. Current rating of Sentinels? I mean, they'll just peak a little bit later. They'll probably struggle first tournament and then peak a little later. Streaming is a win-win? Yes, I agree. It's the first time that I've actually done like a selfish role, I guess. I don't want to call it a selfish role, but in comparison to the others it is. Zero Sanity, thank you for the gift as well. Thank you. Right, chat, let me spam some ads. Speaking of being selfish, let me farm you all for some ads. I'm back in a little bit.
And we're back. It's now time to go into our final matchup here of the group stage. Okay, Global ZEPTO going up against DRX. This one for all the marbles. I can speak anyway. Global ZEPTO currently the front runners here in the tournament, looking like favorites to make it into that grand finals. DRX though, gonna try to see if they can slink by, get themselves into a qualified position. But if they do, it's gonna have to be very dominant. They're going to have to come out here and they're going to have to crush Global ZEPTO in a victory in order to get themselves qualified. So odds right now stacked against them, but we know that they have what it takes.
Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, when we looked at when they went up against, Zeta Division on, I believe, the very first day, you were able to see how Hyunmin was performing as well as an individual player. He was just
that's a short VOD, 26 minutes
as that big duelist, but also you mentioned there's going to be they have to be dominant because they have to deal with Crystal as well. That has been incredible for these past few days, incredibly consistent, always at the top of the charts, and then just dropped 400 plus ACS I believe yesterday.
Uploading the bind, yeah.
So he is such an incredibly
it's just if people want to see it.
Player
I'm not gonna
to deal with in ZEPTO Global.
I've only refused to
but everyone has put
upload one VOD, and that's because it was a shocker and no one should be watching it.
Yes, they have,
and that was ages ago. That was like 20.
I mean, he's the other one that's
2022.
Kind of as the raid boss. So
was it 2023?
Super solid foundations.
ZETA Icebox? Nah, it was it was a PAL. It was America's PAL, wasn't it?
Fantastic to see.
I want to say it was like Lev against Furia or something.
An outlaw, an op into their hands, and they've just been.
The Heretics PAL, that was really bad. I think I uploaded that one because it was funny though.
Super dominant squad here at this event, and just given how they've been able to kind of swat away every single team so far, I worry.
Wasn't it an Ascension game? Maybe it's twice. Maybe I've done it twice. I didn't upload a Fusion game once, and I didn't upload a Lev on PAL once because it was just a shocker.
Yeah, this squad is definitely a killer combo with, the duo Inari, Alexi, and of course,
I want to say last year I uploaded
Esports.
everything.
We talked about Copy yesterday, but our player spotlight, of
Must
course,
be a Fusion game
today is Alexi.
They were crazy. I felt bad for that team.
She was 9 years old.
Because the players looked kind of decent.
I mean, damn impressive.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, FPS games when I was 9, there weren't many to choose from.
True.
That was 2001.
I missed a GE game. Did I? As in, like, I properly missed it, or I didn't upload it? Because these I chose to not upload.
On PC.
That might have been like an overlap or something. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean the performances are reflecting the
didn't upload. Interesting.
Experience of playing FPS games, because, like I said, as much as we kind of have to talk about Poppy as well as Crystal because their performances have been so otherworldly in this tournament, everyone,
that definitely happened.
ZEPTO, like mashup team has looked fantastic. But DRX, though, we'll go ahead and zoom in on these players. Hyunmin, you mentioned him, started off really hot in that series versus Zeta, but yesterday versus PRX, a bit absent. The Phoenix having its stumbles there on Sunset, never really found his stride, whereas Flashback has kind of been the one keeping DRX afloat in a lot of these rounds. Flashback, Yome as well, playing on the controller role, have been the ones kind of delivering just a little bit more, at least after yesterday's series.
Yeah,
what are you
doing,
Chef?
It was that big day one Flashback performance that felt like such a big brick of the wall to sort of destroy, especially when he's on defense, when he's on that Cypher, and constantly having to deal first blood for DRX. But can't forget about Athens' performance.
Wait, Prodigy, when did you stop playing the game?
Well, on Sunset, where on defense, on the Raze, he has been that big constant factor on why it's just so hard to get through elbow. So hopefully we get to see more of that. But our player spotlight, Yome, wife in
You've never played League? Oh, okay. Damn. It's
I did not know that.
Same.
Honestly, you have to kind of to start League. You have to 5-stack or play with someone, because the learning process is so unfun that if you do it solo, you're just gonna stop playing.
Japanese is a little rusty. But yeah, this is our setup. If y'all would love to.
But once you got the 50 hours of hating the game, it gets pretty fun.
Fact, she's a noisy person throughout the game.
I don't think we've noticed that so much on the cams at the very least. But it seems like maybe,
uninstalled League after the tutorial. Yeah, I mean that's a safe way to do it.
That's a good thing. You want to have that communication coming through. So if they're being noisy, offering up thoughts, getting call-outs going through. Then that's
Sheriff, you're 200 hours in? Damn, I thought you were like 60 hours in.
Having to any kind of communication is always super
Sorry,
great.
I couldn't resist that one. That was too easy.
When there are times that you have a tough set of matches. But as we take a look, we're heading on over quickly to our map vetoes, and DRX
that was way too easy.
Right off the bat.
You actually just handed me that one though.
No. I was gonna say, I feel like after how Global ZEPTO had taken down PRX on Ascent, that it would be bold for them to continue to lean on it. So it's Haven, then Pearl. So we get a look at Pearl, and then Ascent will be the decider here in the series.
Okay. It has been for 2 days straight. A lot of Ascent.
But Sonia, where do you play top most of the time, right?
Around, we have to wait
should just find 2 agents and just spam the hell out of them.
I like Haven. Haven's gonna be first. After that is Pearl. We've seen a couple of creative picks onto this map, most especially, and I do feel like that's most likely the reason why
spam Mondo and
they're here to have fun.
I don't know what else is OP these days.
Definitely one of the maps where you can be a bit more flexible and creative with your agents.
Yeah, I'm curious what DRX's identity is going to look like there on Pearl once we get around to that one, because we got to see it a little bit in the off season. Weren't leaning into things like the Phoenix like we saw from Hyunmin on Sunset, so maybe here in this tournament where it's a little bit more loose, a little bit more fun, perhaps he's going to try to run that Phoenix as well on that map, and Athen goes over for something like a secondary duelist or what have you. For anybody who's known me in Valorant for quite some time, this prediction might shock you. I'm not going for DRX. I'm going for Global ZEPTO. I'm going to
they do just look better. Everything's so fair. Planning on doing any streams during the holidays? I'm not planning on it. No, I'm honestly not planning on it.
Yeah,
I think it would just be a straight up
looks so good from day number 1 to
holiday until the 11th, until China starts.
To go into this tournament, so really for this one.
If some of the coaches want to play and there's an idea, then maybe. But I think Yeah, I think the season's going to be so long that I should break and just chill.
DRX, though, if they want to crack at it, have to win here in this series. So let's go ahead and get it started.
DRX.
Oh my goodness. I always forget about this. It's always so loud. Did you do observing for League as well? No, I did Overwatch, Rocket League. That's it. CS. I never did Valorant.
ZIPTO Esports and Global Esports.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a mouthful, that one.
All right, and there they are.
I thought about trying random games instead of purely Val.
Into Haven.
I mean, you talk about playing
it's
or what?
a big change up from DRX. Flashback is playing Yoru. Hyunmin's playing ISO. Athens on Sova. And Ache is on Cypher.
Yeah, usually
just
we
on
get
stream.
double duelists.
Yeah, maybe. The problem is I don't want to start other games.
From Athens
like
and Hyunmin
Path of
this time,
Exile,
Flashback.
I do not want to
the
play that
duelist.
game.
Yeah, what is
just
happening?
because I love
I'm so
it.
excited for this.
Okay.
I need to stay away from those games that will just own my life.
Prescribing to the have fun with it method that we've been seeing from PRX.
I would play.
Man, I did not.
I would play the
this one
Fortnite
on my
thing,
TFT
TFT,
whatsoever.
Marvel Rivals maybe.
As we get ready to
People say it's
jump
pretty
into
fun.
This, but it looks like everybody is just about prepped and ready
Path
to
of
go.
Exile is an addiction.
great to
Yeah,
see.
dude, I would love
Kelly
it.
has something he's
I've seen some clips and I'm like, damn, that
consistently
looks like a really, like I would love that game. But when I play those games, I want to know
That's
life.
true.
And that just
Like
means that I wouldn't do anything
coming from the
else.
side of Global ZIPTO, looks like a call to be extra aggressive. Maybe go through
Do a variety
window,
day
maybe
in
through
Jan.
sands, get an early
Yeah, maybe we
pick.
need some
That's
ideas. See
a
how bored I get.
paranoia, a flash with ya.
Push out into mid, and Aneri immediately finding the headshot there on the Yome. Ache able to answer one back. Hyunmin as well, getting involved.
Damn,
finds a second.
bro, it's just allowed to
Cycling
get
up
all the
these
shields.
Sends out the vulnerable, knowing that Crystal's going to be dead.
This is probably a nice way to handle this. The double duelist.
Still, that lurk coming through as Hyunmin turning back is able to find Crystal, and it
Got
looks like
flashback.
DRX going to be off to
Like
a very
these
hot
two
start
could
as
really
Hyunmin
carry
picks
this
up a
map.
4K here in the pistol
I mean,
round.
this is a smart idea.
I love it. It is there. This is Hyunmin with a very good 4K start. 3 more orbs for the kill contract, and DRX, you gotta love the confidence coming right in. I mean, you get to see Global ZIPTO try as well as Aneri dealt.
Yeah, games like Marvel Rivals where you have to shoot people a million times because it's getting healed. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Taps after double taps, just ready to go for Hyunmin. Good start.
I have a bit
for
of that
DRX.
as well, to be honest.
Cycle those double
But
taps.
then I'll just play like
So
the
can very much
the
get out of
Hanzo players that can one shot.
now just 2 charges away from having that kill contract online as he grabs up the orb. Big stack here on the C site, but DRX only interested in the ult.
Neon with this economy. I mean, this is still buff Neon though. It's okay.
Cross. Over towards Zane. That's a call starting to come out here from Global, wanting to scatter across the map a little bit more.
The stack. This was kind of nice though from DRX. They took orb. They waited for reaction. No reaction. They see the smoke come down. They're just in for just hitting over towards site. As you can see, minimap wise, they've owned it.
Quite the read here. The double back. So we'll be able to advance forward. Gate crash set up here for back sight. Nothing spotted at all. And Recon will confirm it, and Global ZIPTO about to get the bad news.
I love Hawkeye in that game. Yeah, I saw a clip of it as well where I was like, damn. I think I saw a TENS clip.
Let's see if
And I was
there's
like, damn, it looks really
anyone
fun.
gonna be coming from a different angle, as it is that big guns on the side of DRX. It is going to be a stack from CT, and there's 2 people on site.
Flashback.
Everyone stopped playing the Fortnite 1v1. Sorry, the 5v5 game though, so I guess it's not that good.
Catches Crystal. Has the gate crash out to safety. Now, space just going to be refilled here as Hyunmin pushes forward.
Over here.
Another headshot, another kill. Flashback coming away with 2. Gets the spot out, gets the 3rd, looks for the 4th, cannot make it happen, and it's getting taken down.
Okay,
But it's just
I was
going
a
to be
little bit worried
spraying
for it,
the
but
smoke.
so good.
No hope in hell.
They took down
Flashback
one.
with
The
a lone
one didn't have
casualty,
a
but
gun
also the
other
one
than a
didn't have
ghost.
rifle,
Pretty nice.
As DRX will move up 2-0.
Yep, that was a ghost. sacrificed. It was a clean round overall for DRX. Having to cut noise, having to smoke off a long, and having to play off of that macro. And unfortunately, that rotation was great for DRX. So let's see now with the buy round on the side of Global ZEPTO. Usually they can get pretty deadly here. Now it's going to be a C push for sure, but that's a lot of people from DRX.
Quick TP forward here from Papi Chulo. I'm out of here. Zone back. Paranoia sent out. Reveal onto a couple, but they're around the corner in safety for now. So the drone will lead the way, but does not check
the
that
bait
close
on the
left
right's
side.
kind of nice. Yeah.
So for now, Aneri's position a complete unknown. As shock darts go flying, Recon going to be cleared. Smoke gets cycled, and ultimately this ends up being a bit of a stalemate.
Play Minecraft? I've never played Minecraft, man. I don't know, it just doesn't...
He's the only one who's taken some damage.
It just looks like a...
Trying to tussle against Ache.
A worse Rust
a little bit of a
when I
push
watch it.
happening.
Or just like a really simplified
Rust.
Rust.
Tripwire, they might get spotted.
Swing out. We had sights set there on Aneri. He does manage to find the Neon, but be able to go ahead and answer back. Keeps it evened up as Crystal sliding away.
And getting cancelled for that?
Tagged up there by the Outlaw.
Oh boy.
Quiet before
Did
the
all
storm,
of you guys play
there's another
Minecraft? Yeah.
Tripwire here. It's going to be a bit tricky. 30 seconds on the clock.
30 seconds left.
Okay. Oh, it's going to be knife in hand pushing forward there. Fault line now sent to try to stave them off. King does get the reveal.
This
here
is
on
the Minecraft generation. Isn't it a one-player game or is it multiplayer? I don't really know. I mean, I know it was it originally a one-player game?
Here's the fake out. Looks to be ignored. Flashback managing to weave that shot through, though. He's able to find Alexi, and with 3 seconds to spare, the spike will get on the floor. But Crystal getting ready to strike, manages to do so. Before they can find their bearings. Flashback reposition. Over here at Long Drone, not going to go deep enough to try to find him. Recon and a shock at the ready.
The timing of the 1-2 swing was very nice.
That is going to be Global ZEPTO able to get themselves
still though,
on
I
the
felt like
board
DRX
here,
would be happy with the damage done.
Bonus conversion, but they do suffer 3 losses.
Yeah, still a very a bit of an expensive
Breaking it hard with the Minecraft slander. Chat, Rust is an incredible game. Don't. It's not as much as an insult as you think.
That 1v2 clutch. You've got
Rust is still one of the best games I've ever played.
You've got Poppy as well. Didn't even need to smoke out any sort of angles. They didn't do the double peek. It was clean overall. The tag team between Crystal and Poppy. Meanwhile, Hyunmin though has the kill contract available. So let's see who's going to get caught out of that. And I do feel like it might be Crystal.
Okay, it's the classic. Wait, we're doing this without a Silver ult? We're doing for ISO ult? Ooh, I like it.
And okay, does get the catch. Granted, bold person to try to go for here. The double tap shield gone, and Crystal's able to win out the fight.
Crystal's absolutely owned it.
Suffering minor damage as well.
And no way, we revealed up.
His ground finds another elimination down to 11.
He did incredible though. He's done so good.
Kill, but now has the tuck back out of the A site. Fully flooded in here from Global ZEPTO. Stacking it up, and now it's just 2 players remaining from the side of DRX.
Crystal, I don't even know how he's managed to survive all of that. Because he was revealed up when he came out of the ISO. That's the mad thing about it.
And even removing the value off of that kill contract, now they're forced to go to a Cypher-infested site, which is C, so it might not be a fun time once they arrive there.
Well, certainly not. I mean, there's also going to be smoke cycling back up. The fault line has just come through from Kelly S as well. Fast lane still available for Aneri. In all likelihood, Global ZEPTO probably assuming that this is a bit of a save, but as they push up into the site,
I mean, they're in trouble on this one. Haffen maybe can own it.
They're out on that. Not going to be planted here for long. This player Alexi, the jump up from Athen, takes quite a bit of damage. And now between the 2 of them, 60 HP, both down to 30. This would be a hell of a clutch between the 2 players.
One enemy
the crosshead going to be spotted. Yome going to be taken down.
Me saving out here? Damn.
Very disconnected.
If there was a gun to your head, how long do you think it would take me to defeat the Ender Dragon from scratch? What game we talk about here? Is this still Minecraft? Right, can I look at guides or not?
2-2.
Is it a one-player game? I would quit, man. I would just accept it. I just don't like one-player games.
Yeah, quite the expensive round for DRX and opting for a save. Maybe that extra cash off of that plant, but nonetheless, Global ZEPTO gonna be happy about that one. Hunter's Fury on the side of Crystal, and we know how much he can sort of
Siege.
build up on
Siege
that
610 with the tier 1. Thank you, with the 22 months. You can do it as a co-op? Okay, now I'm back in. Who's my co-op though? I know you're all going to say Sideshow, but he might have played it before, so maybe we're right.
C might be the entry here for DRX.
I don't know how long the game is, chat. Like, realistically, like, if I've never played it before, like 100...
Flashback, exits.
Like 200 hours maybe? How big's the game? You can finish it fast? Yeah, I don't know anything about the game.
The Hunter's Fury, but Flashback now holding here. As that judge comes into play. DRX with a nice fast response.
The speedrun record is 23 seconds. Yeah, but I'd have no idea what I'm doing. Bro, that's like saying the speedrun in Zelda is like 2 hours, but it would still take you days.
Crystal gonna have to do all the work, it would seem, though. See him in around the corner, down to 45. Sends a shock that gets him down to 5 now. Another setup avoided.
Damn, no, there's no way, by the way. There is no way. And the plant's not for him, and when this guy doesn't peek garage... Oh, okay, I was going to say... Oh my goodness, I thought he was going to tap look garage.
His keister sticking out from behind the box. Cleans it up, and DRX will maintain a lead.
Yeah, nicely done by DRX here. Having to get that risk to wrap around garage to get that possible... what do you call this? Possible ruse of thinking that the last player might be from long, as it's planted pretty open. Crystal, it was very, very close, but at the end of the day, Athen, the nice wraparound. There we go. Good dimensional drift.
You should look in the mirror, Bacon.
It seems
can't imagine you've been outside in the past 2 months.
Solid. Let's see now. It's going to be a bit of a default here. It might be a slow start.
Overdrive online with that orb take. 2 away from another kill command.
Whoa!
He's just killing 2 people out in window.
Yeah, and we 4-spot into this one as well. So it's a big round.
End up getting mowed down.
Jeez, nice chance.
Try to challenge, but it's
this guy could have a great year. He's looked really good.
Yeah, his Poppy picks up a 3rd.
Like maybe round number 4, round number 3, Hyunmin peak perhaps, but does not dare to challenge anymore without a double tap perhaps.
Did I just cast his year? No, not a chance. But Bren, thank you so much. 30 months. 30 months. Thank you for the tier 1, bro. Appreciate that. Big numbers, dude. Thank you, bro.
Wide swing out. Elias on the floor. Cam gets the spot, though.
Dude, what is this round? Go on, go duel him.
Potentially on
you go duel him.
No spot. The question is, Hyunmin, does he try to do anything else? Does he even put
you got a shield. Go duel him.
Potentially find this ace.
Here we go. Ooh.
Swings out. Shield now broken down. Hearing the neon. Aneri does get taken out. Paranoia going to be sent.
Damn, bro. The flash didn't even hit. Had a re-shield as well.
As we get tied up at 3-3.
That actually looked really nice, to be fair.
Stuff. Poppy has not left his post.
Sick face of the tournament.
He was just there being that sole guardian by looking out window, and every single challenger that has dared to peek him has fallen, and that's why he's gotten an ace, and that's why it can be pretty scary in situations like these.
I will find this good. Let's see if this is just going to be some more back and forth here between the 2 squads. 2 Vandals.
Did he goes back up here again?
Across DRX. There's a drone forward checking out this C site, not spying much.
Do you use the... Okay, yeah.
Multiple players in position now. As maybe significantly happier with this grab.
Shield was pumped.
He'll be able to win out the fight. Spring across
yeah, now they can go pick up the gun as well.
Able to find one, but Harry fills space.
Holy hell.
Moves up here into the site, and just like that, only 2 players remaining, and the firepower is just not there for them. Athens still with the classic. She does manage to have a Vandal in hand.
APAC VCT is pretty stacked. Yeah, it should be good, yeah.
Lucky to stay alive on that cross.
All like the lower table teams in Pacific are a lot better.
Across the map.
I like this coming from the side of
Slim underscore doinks with the prime. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for the 18 months.
And Athen will get Hunter's Fury off of this and play very far for the Hunter's Fury post plant, unless Inari and Kellyus go through the long angle.
Because of this tripwire clear out, Athen is gonna have to stay tucked here. So we'll just stay stat in sewers. Maybe hoping and praying that no one comes.
Oh, this is gonna be so hard to. I mean, they just shouldn't be able to win it on defense here.
It would take the ult out of the
They
equation.
got to tap pretty early on. We've got no vision block.
What's over here from Global ZEPTO, all just about game sense.
You're gonna think one short with this plant. Okay, now no one short with this plant.
Sends it through.
Come here to die.
Inari just cannot get onto this one. Tries to go up for it. Holding for the defuse. Swing onto the corner of the time. Just not quite there. Is it? No.
Oh, it would have been close. It would have been really, really close. I actually think they had it. I think it had to. I think the kill had to happen.
No one survives. In the end, DRX do barely manage to scrape by, picking up the lead once again.
Yeah, quite the impressive step-by-step process.
Well, League is the most top-heavy. It's definitely Americans. They got the most teams that can win
and having to boil it down to 2v2 to get this post plant done with Hunter's Fury.
Then probably Pacific.
Off of that, wrapping around for long, despite just being on a classic. DRX.
Then I'm not even sure if China has
alongside Hyunmin, Athen,
more teams than. I mean, you would say EMEA has more teams than China that can win events, but I'd be open for the argument.
The team able to stack up much cash.
China has one team.
It's just like esports.
Baby, I think they might have 4 decent teams this year.
To try to stretch this,
but it depends on.
Stop Global from consistently nipping at
I think China's in a similar spot to EMEA, chat. Do you not think?
Rolling Thunder in particular.
Obviously the mid and lower table is a lot better in EMEA.
Oh, this could potentially stop the entire execute if they're not too careful, especially they have to clear a lot of these traps.
Once again, Global ZEPTO in a good position. Smoke out into heaven. Should basically confirm it for them.
We got 5 people stacked here. Surely they don't commit.
Wall getting raised, but there's the ping reveal, and Alexi immediately able to collect 2. Both going to be taken down. Actually now approaching in from sewers. He's able to find 1, but Crystal gets rid of Hyunmin as well. It's just like that. It seems like this back and forth is going to continue. As Global ZEPTO was 2 kills away from getting themselves basically a thrifty here. Flashback. Rotating up in towards heaven, cutting noise. 20 seconds remaining. They would have to get something going here sooner rather than later. He will strike, peeking in, finding 1, but I don't think there's much more that can be done here. Crossfire set up, staring into heaven.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, they kind of messed up here. Where's the drone use?
He pushes down out of this position. Maybe gate crash for an exit, but I don't know how much Global is going to look for the hunt here. But either way, they get their own win. We're tied up at 4-4.
This is so neck and neck. This is so
Do you
incredibly
think we'll win the Fast Masters? I got no idea.
Whoever gets that big first blood will definitely turn.
I'm not even sure who's going to qualify, to be honest. Because NRG probably have the best go at it from what we've seen, but I'm not even sure they're qualified just because Americas is so stacked. And they got to play G2 pretty early on.
They've heard everything. And it was just a beautiful scan and a follow-up by Alexi with a double
EDG, NRG are like the safest bets from what we've seen.
Of the B push of the 3 members of Global ZEPTO. Let's see if they're successful this time. Oh, no.
But they might not qualify as well. You got Gen G, PRX, some of the upset teams.
Yes, rotating around into position, and yep, being spotted. Cam now going to be cleared out.
Heretics, that's a good bet as well. Yeah, you probably got like the 3 safe bets, which are NRG, EDG, Heretics. But the problem with the NRG one is I think America is so stacked that it's going to be hard to qualify. But if they play like they're playing, they're fine.
In the corner, shield going to be raised. Hyunmin able to find 2 quick kills. Solid enough effort, but down to 7. And between the 2 of them, 35 HP remaining.
So
weapon scooped up. Ping revealed here on the Hyunmin. Shield broken. And Crystal just through the corner here of the site.
Can't really try anything with the HP.
Going out, just pinged out.
Whoa.
Lexi on the hunt. Not gonna
I'd say there was an insta trade. They might see an nominal.
Here, Global ZEPTO just wanting the lead, and they have it.
It has been quite the back and forth.
MRBR looks nice. Yeah, I just think they need more time though, right?
It does feel like it's just an alternating of scores. We haven't exactly seen a big of a lead between these two teams over here on the first map that we have. Especially now both of these teams have the big firepower.
EDG lost recent games even within China. Yeah, but mate, look at what they're doing
at the moment, and they have
you can't be looking at those stats and telling me
well. So,
when you're seeing 5 smokers, you're thinking it's a normal game.
If DRX is not too careful.
Oh yeah, could very quickly spill over. Having a rolling thunder, if not 100 spheres, well layered into this one. Because there's the aforementioned.
No way.
Athen does manage
Just
to fight back.
fully couldn't see because the server ult.
Crystal will still clean up flashback though. The 2 for 1 overall.
Oof.
DRX gonna be liking those
Look
shots,
rough as well.
yes. Unable to find the kill here onto Ache. Some damage dealt here onto a couple players, but coming with an opportunity to further isolate and bring this into a 1v1, but now no longer. Crystal strikes, finds the kill, gets the timing. He's on for another ace.
Oh my.
Shock dart at the creep, and he's gone.
Oh my god.
And suddenly it's just Athen and how quickly this round has gotten away from DRX.
I have the spike.
Unfathomable.
The instant wrap over towards long as well. And then we make Sound and Garage where the server was last seen, but we don't show that with Cypher. And so that we don't expect long C, so we just walk up long C. Oh my goodness, it was a nice shot though. Ah, it was unlucky. They actually played it really well.
Trying to spot out, slow creep forward, coming through, peeks back
Huge
in the garage,
round. Oh my goodness, Crystal's done a madness.
And that's going to be Global ZIPTO now establishing
Crystal's done an absolute madness.
Here on the half.
Yeah, I think this is one of the air quote biggest leads that we've seen. Usually it has been happening alternatively, but Crystal,
it's a straight up 2v5.
The game sense of this player is just so insane. The reads, the darts, knowing where the instincts just operating at full potential, and that's the reason why you get to see Crystal at the top of the charts most of the time. And now
probably
DRX,
be going for
they
EG.
are. Economy's not the best at the moment as we take a look at the tech pause.
All right. Well, had a couple quick ones yesterday. A little bit of a extended one earlier. So let's just hope this is more like the former.
Yeah.
Something that can be just brushed aside here relatively quickly. But yeah, I mean, honestly,
it's gonna be fun to do pick'ems. I haven't really put much thought into it.
Neck and neck with Crystal because Crystal's just been so damn strong.
Do you think we'll see Ye on Chamber? Nah, I don't think so. I really don't think so.
But Crystal, it's just when this guy starts heating up, it's such a terrifying prospect. And it's something that DRX are going to have to try to assess and shut down. Trying to close out these next few rounds.
Vice only. I mean, the Vice got a good buff.
Once the kill contract is able to get value off of that big first pick off of the map. I felt like
DG's in. He is good. He needs an op though. But that's like a lot of
it does feel like the kill contract has been considered in other parts of the map instead.
Devon Ash, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that.
And now as well, Athen. It's I think we've seen big moments from this player on Sunset yesterday.
Right? How do I say your name?
We do see a couple of shining moments as well onto Haven with his multi-frags onto the round earlier, and that's the reason why there is that big Hunter's Fury coming right
Sen can be
in.
G2
but
and
yeah, I'm really
NRG.
excited to see
G2 and NRG.
You know, DRX, this map has been incredibly close.
I would
no
say that
timeouts
they're
for both teams
underdogs.
just yet. So you know they're definitely both on the right track.
Yeah, for sure. I think Crystal already being
putting Ye in Chamber sets unrealistic expectations. Oh no, he would. Trust me, he would absolutely farm on Chamber.
DRX coming in on a weaker buy. He could absolutely.
I get that I'm adding into the unrealistic expectations, but he would farm. It just wouldn't be to the levels that he farmed before.
The concern that they keep here in the back of their minds. Hopefully the sound of gunfire means that we're getting closer to having this tech pause alleviated.
Yeah, you see the silhouettes jumping up and down. Make sure they're kept warmed up.
It's realistic then. I mean, it depends what the expectations everyone else is.
You know, this upcoming round, it is Neri also.
Lotus is back. Chamber is goated. Chamber's really good on that map. Really good. I would even say better now that the Omen one ways on A don't exist. So to hold A down, you could have a Chamber that can now, with the buff, hold pretty much every spot on that map. If you went aggro A. So, yeah, I would even go ahead and say that the Chamber comp on Lotus probably is one of the better comps, if not the best comp. If people can lock down their attack.
You know, like escalation.
Yeah.
And you have to win a series while playing those game modes.
I agree. We should have that. A game mode relay. Yeah.
Do they have so many ults that...
Who's next? Oh. Okay, flashback, finding the right time to get the mask on.
Well.
As coming through, looking for the catch, and then gets an area.
This is just too many ults. 3 on site though. They could cancel. Oh, they maybe should have cancelled this. They got to use a Sova ult now as well. Oh, damn. Wait, they actually lost this round? Yeah, they had to cancel when they saw 3 here. Because they weren't even like that committed, to be honest. They were still like in the choke point.
They do not break. Global ZEPTO now up 7-4 with one more round to be
even
played
Fracture
out.
helps Chamber.
I
mean, Fracture's just
pure chaos, and Global ZEPTO just thrives in that. You know, the dimensional drift alongside the Hunter's Fury being used by DRX, they were unfazed at all. They
I would actually have to look at Fracture to see
at the right time. They were just
if there's good Chamber stuff you can do now. There probably is with
Global
the
ZEPTO, they want this
extra range of the
8-4
TP.
finish on the last round of the half.
That was a blunder. I mean, GE did good to like fast flood the site and just hold heavy. Like it kind of looked like they knew this was gonna happen.
Immediately out pressured and outgunned. Double tap shield popped, flashback taking some space, peeking over towards that link side. Alexi just tucked away.
So if GE win, we get GE PRX
Thunder online.
Final, right?
It's a quick TP. Pick up there. On the spike, but an area now swooping around the back, able to find out now that neural theft not going to be in play.
Which is pretty much
DRX.
what. Honestly, I didn't think we would get that at the beginning, but PRX looked so much better yesterday.
This flashback will get noted. Rolling Thunder.
Oh my god, I thought he was going to go up top site.
Smoke up to try to peel off some of this pressure, but now
dude, breach ult into a neon ult is one of the most busted things we've seen.
Picks up the 3K. And as the defuse comes in, it's going to be 8-4 at the half. Global ZEPTO finding their footing and establishing a firm lead.
They came from everywhere. Global ZEPTO had DRX surrounded. There was Poppy even staying very far back, so far into spawn just to find the A-Link possible lurk. And then they were all towards window as well. So there was really no post-plant position to even be allowed here. It is just crawling with Global ZEPTO members.
Sage, what's up? How we doing? Yeah, well, it is
dominant all the same. DRX
it's a little bit crazy.
Bounce back in the second half. We'll see
it's consistently mad numbers that he drops on a server. Robbins 2006. Thank you so much for the Prime, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 10 months. Do I think that the Chamber on Lotus is better than the Killjoy stuff? It's hard. It's people will prefer. You have double info as well, so like it's not. It's very team dependent on what they want. Random question: after watching the Spotlight Series game, which game changers talent do you think could fit into a tier 1 team? Realistically. It depends what the expectations of the tier 1 team is though. Like they can kind of hold their own, but you want people that are gonna go above and beyond. So I would probably say none that we've seen really, if we're being realistic.
We are back in Global.
Like I think the only one that is the best example is like Floor, and we'll see how Floor does. I would say there's probably a couple in Shopify that can do their role very, very well. To like a similar level of tier 1. But I think you want like the heavy carry potential as well.
Spotted him, so he's gonna have to go ahead and exit.
Neri a little bit damaged already. Yellow health bar. At the moment,
Amy from G2.
Haven't found any first
So, I mean, if Amy plays like she did in
now it's been a bit
the champs
quiet.
the whole time,
And
then
let's see,
fair play.
Alexi has been pretty stellar
Because
on
that
the
was
map so
nuts.
far.
I've not really watched Amy much, but that was incredible performance. But yeah, you gotta be pretty realistic. It still is like tiers below. It still is like
huge mass of players from global.
The middle level of tier 2 a lot of the time, with like a few standout players.
And instantly gets flushed out. Crystal, snappy to lock on. Cyphers do get traded. It's really bolt gets sent, but with that paranoia across the air, just unable to spot Yome, so it's an easy collection to kill there within the smoke. Hyunmin able to find one. Crystal going to be put down, but Poppy's still alive. As Kelly S spraying into the smoke, gets a couple straight connections, and it's going to be Poppy to find the final blow. Frenzy in hand here for Athen, a singular shock dart. Can't get the kill.
30 seconds left.
Kelly S spots him rotating in. I think they might have spotted each other. The rotation now to counter has been started as they work their way around into B, but Athen in position.
In the right spot.
Noted. Sends out the shock up close, but damage is not found. Boy's now cut. Double face double push out of the smoke, isolates the first one, but Poppy Chulo able to go ahead and
I was
swing
thinking maybe,
forward,
maybe.
down before the reload can come in. Global get the pistol and now move up to 9.
Do you think that a game changer player who's good and is put into that Team 1 environment would be able to level up? I mean, sure.
A lot of firepower, but could easily run out of bullets in that big 1v2 situation. Very coordinated alongside.
Yeah, I think there is. I think there's players that would like play at that level.
A bunch of bulldogs and a hero rifle on this side.
Dude, Bacon, you're hearing this, man. My throat is so wrecked.
Able to get this down.
Ever since I got COVID that one time, dude, we're just out here, just struggling.
Hero frenzy here for Poppy as well.
Oh, yeah.
Not one of the pistols that we're used to seeing.
Cut down, yeah. I'm not even smoking, mate. No amount of water saves me.
Maybe when we go on the run and gun. Although some attention paid over towards B. Just fish and see if they clear out any tripwires that might be.
Surely, no, I'm still dying.
Jiggling on the angle.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the game changers players can hold their own. That's what I'm saying, but you need the carry potential now in teams as well.
Blind shots here and there, hoping to see if they.
Alexis, like util-wise, is for sure good enough.
But no movement just yet.
But do I think she could like carry a tier 1 game? No. Could she hold her own middle of the table consistently? Probably, yeah.
Is where GEXP is at.
But you gotta have the carry potential these days. Everyone needs to be able to take over a game pretty much, apart from the IGL.
Gets occupied. Slide forward. Some shots coming through. Flashbacks able to find one. Alexi going to be taken down. Weapon, though, not in a recoverable position for DRX, so Poppy could just bounce up into the window, grab that for
I mean, chat, the gap is closing. That's the main thing.
Clears out that A-link side.
give it like 3 to 5 more years.
Shield. Double tap gone, but Hyunmin still able to find a headshot. Builds it right back up. Fake out gets popped. Flashback pushes forward. It's able to find a kill. Hyunmin turns back, takes out Kelly S, and now it's all about Papa. There's just nothing else to be done.
Well, they played offside pretty heavy here.
DRX, maybe not as far as the economy is concerned, the cash invested, but still, they are not allowing for that anti-eco to go to the way of global ZEPTO.
Yep, can't count out DRX just yet. It has
what
been
about Zelsis?
Neck and neck during the
I mean,
first half
you say that, but Zelsis has games.
Having to stack on to that C link has been incredibly important for them to get trades off of each other, even though it was a good attempt that big post plant come from the side of GEXP. It still wasn't enough. Hyunmin coming in huge on that round.
We saw on the right hand. Oh, hold up.
Absolutely pinned into the wall. Comes across to try to keep him safe. Turns from the flash. Looks to try to trade something back, but just cannot survive. Ends up getting overwhelmed.
How is this guy behind them?
Pushes out from Stewart.
Where's his TP?
As well.
Was he short the whole time? Dude, my voice is so wrecked.
In response to the aggression, works a treat. They start clawing their way back into this one.
Yep, that felt like the
dude, a whole year of this chat. I'm not sure we're gonna be able to
after the big
survive.
Sandwich, coming from DRX, and the round was just over. As soon as we knew
Get water, dude. Nothing helps,
for
man.
Another round here on
I could drink all the water in the world and still doesn't change it.
Constant B and C. They don't have a lot of ults to work with. They're quite close to some.
Time to watch the game in silence. Yeah, I mean you get no casters, so could be good.
Alright, well, in attempt to rifle round effectively here. Athen going to be spotted out. Meanwhile, double push up. Alexi waiting in the window. The swing up, head gets taken off. Alexi immediately is backing off the angle. Couple shots out, presence there in mid, going to be confirmed.
Yeah, I need some kind of routine, Sonya.
Slow down, but it's a nice advantage for Global ZEPTO to play off of as they look to get themselves up to 10 rounds.
Take flight. Well, scary. 60 seconds on the clock here. They're on the towards the right stack, but triggering the tripwire was going to force DRX onto a rotation. They already had the better idea, but now with 2 left alone onto A, I don't think they can handle this onslaught.
It's going to take some heroics, similar to what we saw in that previous round. Athen able to deliver in a pretty big way. Looks like he's going to be the first one asked to deliver once more. Slide forward.
That is the worst example, or probably the best example of this bug being crazy broken. Did you see the head? The head was this. Where am I meant to aim?
Play with here on the side of DRX, but in a 2v5. Find any kind of stray eliminations, but you can already see Hyunmin rotating over towards B, trying to see
that was nuts.
Flank, see if he can get some kills. As Ache will fall, that means that the save is going to have to be in play.
That's very difficult against 5 players, pretty much alive and well. Full rifle round for them, able to transition that over to the next. Just full value
I need to do that,
double digits for Global ZEPTO. And
but it's like,
I believe,
but even if I rest my voice,
yet,
right?
Not even necessary at all.
Like say,
so really good.
Cause I had a whole week where I pretty much like rested.
4-round gap now.
It still comes back, I would say. Maybe I just need to do better upkeep.
It's not able to break down that economy even at all. DRX down by 4. Dimensional drift available, but Flashback looking like he wants to bring an operator in. Require a weapon swap, perhaps, if he wants to try to utilize the ult here.
I think it's time. Time for what, though, Bacon?
Perhaps. It is.
Could be a lot of things that you're referring to here.
Maybe finding a pick.
The nursing home. Oh, okay, thank you for that.
I teleport to A. Perhaps could be the play.
Overdrive.
I think you could have gone more brutal, though, Bacon, so that's alright. Dude, look at that util on short. Oh my goodness.
Eating that damage, ends up falling. The aftershock crashes across.
That's so
going to be good for 1. Cannot find the second. Flashback.
Okay, they kind of need to win this retake. Oh, that is the shot that cost them.
Just a hair to the side. Can't quite make it happen. Dimensional drift now
all goes in. You can at least TP out towards long, and while they're trying to flood in off the info. Oh man. Yeah, we gotta save now. Devastating.
Does meant to exit out towards safety. Clears the drone, but here comes the flood. We're gonna hound him down. They know that he's weak.
Holy.
They know that he's dead. Crystal.
And that's the big round you would imagine. 3v3.
Doing some squats, working out the legs. And that is Global moving up to 11.
They definitely Global, DRX rather, that was definitely one of the expensive rounds with that operator pickup. Not getting the best value as Global was able to hunt them down. And again, Alexi with a big jump scares here.
Yeah,
for the players
I think
of
that's
DRX
very
coming
true,
out of nowhere, getting to making that round even more difficult and even more expensive.
I think that's
so
very,
let's see,
very
kill
accurate.
contract. We've seen this being played before, getting first blood. Let's see what who Hyunmin picks up.
We'll spam the start. Nothing found there. Rolling Thunder online for Kelly S. Away from that neural theft.
Portal closed.
When he goes fishing.
Is it ignoring you? No, I saw it. I saw it. I think what Trober said is right. I think I had to speak wrong.
Have a fantastic target. All of them are fragging like crazy. Gonna be scared to be in a 1v1. Ache though able to start things off, finding one. Rolling Thunder crashing across, swings out, looking for a little bit more. Put some damage down onto Poppy, but cannot confirm the kill. Hyunmin does make the win out. Kelly S gonna be taken down. Poppy is still
Dude,
here.
guys just solo over towards site, holding it down.
Gets taken there. Pulled off of though. And it looks like the call
Ult goes in. They're gonna think they're rotating, and then. Damn, this was kind of nice. This ult was awesome.
The cancel. Yeah.
Yeah, this Omen ult was so nice. With this guy's gonna be sick next year, chat. He's smart as well.
A shock dart.
He's smart and a
Going to
beast.
go exactly where he wanted it to.
Backside plan.
They should still be okay for this retake, you would imagine, but
widely Alexi being the
big
bodyguard
recon.
here to try to keep them contained in garage.
Well,
is delivering on that
kind of
front
went before
now.
the recon.
Just down to Yome, and Alexi will be able to find 2 kills. 12-6. Global ZETA looking unrelenting here on Haven.
Yeah, that teleport play coming from Poppy really created that big
lovely cast. Yeah, I mean, they could have organized it a little bit better.
Giving them a lot of space to get that plant off of backside and have just free reign of that entire area. Played off of each other. Alexi with the multi-frags as well. Crystal, add that in. The prowess of this player. And look at him go. Another Hunter's Fury available for this possible final round of this map.
Right, 6 chances. No dot in the middle of that, but
Clear on the cam.
so good.
Fire set up here by Platt. Mary is waiting. Baits out the vulnerable there from Hyunmin. As Hunter's Fury now opened up Crystal, going fishing, looking for a target. Hyunmin able to dance around it. Keeps himself protected. Let's see is here in mid. Swing onto the corner. Hyunmin able to find one. Poppy and Neri both going to be falling to the wayside.
Huge, man. Big flash as well for this swing.
Things as even as possible, but
Big
now
flash.
Alexi is gone. Crystal
Oh my god.
still arriving.
Oh god.
Flashback. They're about to align, and he's basically got the collat. Kills
And
found,
tucks
thrown,
around the
tucks
corner
around the
because
corner here at
considers that
safety.
could have come from long.
Goes for the peak.
Damn,
Now it is
Crystal's
all on Athen to try to keep them in this game, but he has been
Man,
darted.
GE might have done alright
He's
in the
about to be
off-season.
fault-lined and absolutely screwed.
They're one of those
Jump
teams that
forward,
you
the
don't want to
footsteps
play
heard,
if you're the
stun
overdogs,
coming
I feel
through, the
like.
flash into the face, and the time is just not going to be there. Playing with their food here are Global ZETA, handing over
nice
the kills.
team, man.
Crystal gets the
Look at
3K.
a nice team.
And that is them taking the opening map. DRX's pick of Haven.
What a finisher of a round. Crystal
Yeah, they
with
played.
the collab.
I mean, they played good.
Spotting out the 2 players trying to peek out of garage, and it started off so close, Achilles. It was pretty back and forth during the first half, but once ZETA Global was able to take on the driver's seat, being on that attacking side, it just went towards their favor incredibly well. I mean, valiant efforts still on the side of DRX for the first map. We get to see heroics from Athen, Hyunmin as well with a 4K early. But you gotta hand it to Alexi as well on these mid-rounds and clutches, the multi-frags to keep things even and very close.
Oh, for sure. It's just so well done by every single
perfect.
player here on Global ZETA.
Okay, chat. I'll be back in a little bit, alright?
Hyunmin looking a lot better, a lot more fired up early compared to what we were
How
seeing
good is
yesterday,
Udatan?
especially
Udatan's
with that
unreal.
Phoenix performance that kind of fell flat on Sunset. Comes in, puts up some really nice figures here on this ISO. But for DRX, they change up the composition. They go a little bit crazy with it. It just doesn't quite deliver. So still a very dominant showing here from the side of Global. I mean, you can see 10 first kills for DRX, but just unable to convert those rounds into wins.
Yeah, it was still quite close during the opening few seconds of these rounds, but Global ZETA, Crystal, again, a lot of the impact that this player does, and especially after the post plant, really is a huge menace. If Crystal doesn't die early, I feel like the round is just tipping over in Global ZETA's favor. But you know, DRX, you could see the attempts, you could see the signs of life at the very beginning, especially having to play off of that kill contract. Now I feel like whenever that's online, there's always a first blood pick in favor of DRX.
Well, now everything to try to bounce back for here for DRX, needing to extend this. But I mean, as we kind of mentioned, they need to come into this and have a dominant win. Needed to be able to take this series in truly one-sided fashion. And already dropping this opening map is a bad omen here for the squad, but still have Pearl to try to give us that 3-mapper series here in the group stage. Maybe it can happen, but I think Global ZETA are going to look to just have those 2-0s the whole way throughout. Poppy, what a performance. You know, as we have come to anticipate, continues to be incredibly strong here at the Spotlight Series. And you know, given how Crystal was performing early on, the fact that he overtakes him is just a testament to this player's skill.
Yeah, 100%. That big ace as well, from being just having to challenge every single player. Anyone who peaked has fallen in battle on that round. So whether it's on the Astra or in the Omen, he's just super effective.
Super effective indeed. Well, at least one more map to be played here this evening to figure out, what our grand final is going to look like and whether or not Global ZEPTO will drop a map leading up to it. Pearl's going to be coming up in just a few minutes, so don't go anywhere.
Beats faster every time I see you. The way you move, the way you talk, and the way you eat your food. How is it possible that you're so down? I push me to do everything for you. Wish I could just get you off my mind, but you just pop back into my head every time. Say what you doing, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing to me. Everybody knows that I can hide it, can't deny it. It's so obvious, yeah, it's plain to see. But you seem like you don't know what's going on. Just in case, apologize if I'm coming on this wrong. And what you doing to me? What you doing to me? What you doing to me? Say what you doing, what you doing, what you doing, what you doing to me. Everybody knows that I can hide it, can't deny it. It's so obvious, yeah, it's plain to see. But you seem like you don't know what's going on. Just in case, apologize if I'm coming on this wrong. And what you doing to me? What you
We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, we ready to flex, we're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, number one, numero uno, front page in the news, yeah, now you know. For the win, blood, sweat, tears in the gym, harder than the rest. Where should I begin? From a little youth, I had a burning desire to be the best. Get no one out my fire. Told me I would lose, that man was a liar. Look at me now, to the top, climb higher. Sky rocket to the top, can't stop it. Must be off your rocker, thinking you gon' stop her. We gon' keep winning. How you gon' knock her? Y'all gon' be sick, no doctors. You better recognize who the winners is. We got next, we ready to flex. We're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next, we ready to flex. We're ready to rock, headed to the top. We got next, can't settle for less. I'ma need your best, so give it all you got. We got next. Win is all I wanna do.
Alrighty, we are back and going into our second map here, the final series of the group stage. Global ZETA, bit of a back and forth start versus DRX there on Haven, but then found their groove and did not lose it. Dominant victory in the end, and now look to punch their ticket undefeated into the grand finals with a 6-0 map win streak if they can close things out on Pearl.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal. And it does feel like, based on what we've seen in the second half on Haven, it feels like that's definitely the trajectory they're going. Unless we get to see something incredibly, I don't know, unexpected over here on Pearl. We did mention once we saw the map vetoes, it's one of those maps that feels like you can get extra creative on it. Especially the many iterations of Pearl. It does feel like the map has been benched numerous times and has undergone a couple of changes already.
No, for sure. And I mean, you know, one of the things that we were talking about was Hyunmin. Does he play Phoenix here?
Right.
We already saw Flashback playing Yours, and clearly DRX is showing up to have a little bit of fun and change things up. But Phoenix yesterday, not too great, but Hyunmin does look like he's in a good spot overall right now. So getting him on that pick on Pearl where he can just kind of rotate around, grab these orbs, get those run-it-backs available, and basically do his best Jing cosplay, that could be a win condition here for DRX, but we'll have to wait and see what they do have prepped for us here on this map. But it's Global's pick, so already getting the victory there on Haven should be a good feeling for Global, and I'm expecting to just even more great things from this team as we get ready to go into Pearl. There's a lot of pressure now on DRX if they want to be able to turn this series around. Otherwise, it could just be Global getting that absolutely just dominant streak all the way through the grand finals and sending DRX home and setting up as well that rematch versus PRX.
Oh yeah, that's definitely going to be extra spicy if we do indeed get that rematch on the grand finals. But yeah, Pearl can be anything. Global ZETA has already practically set the stage for themselves. It does feel like the first half, the pattern is always the first half. It gets a bit too close for comfort, but after that, after they've managed to set their groove, download and read a little bit of the movements of the
finals
of the,
yeah, I mean, if it's GE against PRX, exactly the final should be banging.
They try to strike. So defense is going to be starting for DRX first, which is, you know, it can be a bit difficult when you think about Pearl as a defending side, because there's just so many things to watch out for. You could get, you know, completely overwhelmed on one side.
Is it not confirmed GE PRX now?
Especially when we look at.
Then we get some weird three-way tie if DRX win this.
I'm curious because I feel like if they want to go for the Phoenix, then you kind of have to have another duelist alongside. Does that fall to Athen, who we saw play Raze on Sunset? Or does it fall to Flashback? Because I feel like Pearl still is going to be
DRX will be third no matter what. Oh, really?
Pretty much absolutely want
because they lost that map.
That Sentinel role covered, particularly with the Killjoy.
Oh, okay. Well, then the final's going to be sick then.
They have that map control.
It's pinned.
So I'm curious if they
honestly,
do go for a double duelist setup. Who is kind of pivoting into that?
I'm out here not checking that. I'm your average chatter these days.
Let's go ahead and take a look, though, as Agent Select is ready. And
the Vice out.
Still gonna be
Dude, the DRX are doing a little ISO Yoru. They're in for the Fnatic.
Athens sticking through with Sova. Meanwhile, for Global ZETA, we have Kelly S picking up the Vice.
I love this.
Alexi playing Jet. Okay.
Yeah, actually. They're swapping a little bit here, swapping agents a little bit here between Neri. I'm really excited to see this double Sentinel sort of work out for Global ZETA. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah, Alexi, maybe something in something in Jan.
Look at, I believe.
I think I need to learn how to speak properly.
Astra as well can be incredibly
that's going to help as well.
Coverage overall. But the Vice, I'm just excited about that one as well, especially you got that ultimate to just deny any of the buy rounds that, you know, anything that the opposition can garner.
Look, we got some free time in Jan.
So there's just a lot of avenues of attack for the side of Global ZETA.
All right, well, Crystal, Sheriff in hand. Looks like Alexi going to be going for much the same as they play together over towards B.
Okay, DRX on defense. GE on attack.
Ghost across the board here for DRX. Aside from Flashback, it does have a Sheriff of his own.
I mean, I'm down, Lexi. I'm down to learn. Let's do something in Jan.
Stopping in there from gaining any info really whatsoever. Swing out, and Lexi able to win the fight. Flashback going to be shut down off the rip.
Nearly gone. Everything's pretty much scattered for Global ZETA right now. There's just so many angles for them to choose from and causing chaos onto B.
Okay, well, Gunman's still able to find one. Crystal going to be taken down, and with the earlier damage there onto Alexi, it's a decent little advantage.
I think it's a little weird.
Shang actually just backing off the fight, not wanting to risk it, it would seem. Just flash through,
no way.
in hand, puts some damage down here onto Yomin. Will be able to push forward to go ahead and find the finisher. So
yeah, DRX probably need a good start, and it's looking like it's not going to be one.
See how DRX tries to pilot this retake. Recon over the top.
The contact into swing here is huge. All the timing on that is not huge.
Flash gets a headshot there on Ache, and Pup is able to go ahead and find 2 kills off the back of that.
Did he just get a double fadeaway?
Athen on their lonesome. Players on the opposite side, low on HP. The time is just not really going to be there realistically. Has to put pedal to the metal. But still just a slow creep up. The Gravwell already popped here in advance. Goes for the tap. So really just wanting to try to get some kills. Get towards that Hunter Sphere a little bit faster.
Dude, this guy is absolutely farming this event.
Goes down to the spike.
Non-stop, every map.
Off with the pistol round win.
Yeah, 4K building up to that Cosmic Divide for Poppy. Again, his Astra can be pretty mean. And the fact that, especially if he's always going to be alive, get that post plant down. That's another layer that DRX has to deal with for sure. Let's see, Alexi does have that Outlaw. Could be a possible
I can see if they have it in
stakeout on towards the B side,
UK.
But DRX is aiming for a stack onto A. Maybe push mid, perhaps, and find a pick.
Once again, just clear out. Cam gone. B completely opened up, but rotations coming through. DRX shifting around the map a bit. Drift out through sewers to wrap around here onto the B site. Spike being brought forward. Just here alone in the hands of Kelly.
Can Vice only be played as a second sentinel?
You have the right idea.
Kinda.
Creeping in.
I think you could experiment with like solo sentinel, but it can't be a map where like you actually need a sentinel, if that makes sense.
Maybe a steady back away here from Global.
Like you could do solo sentinel on Bind, Abyss.
Do not necessarily want to commit to this site or
where else?
Try to cut noise a little bit.
That's kind of it, right? What maps we got coming in? Fracture.
Comes through, but all 5 players now clustered up, just trying to cut that noise and still that doubt here into the minds of the DRX. And
yeah, maybe.
Somewhat, but there's still a couple players in.
I'm not sure I'd feel great about it, but you could do it.
Go ahead and go for the plant. Vulnerable going to go crashing across.
The wall's pretty good on the map, to be fair.
Being lobbed in, looking for some damage, but it's not too much found there. Double push over towards Halls. Kelly is able to stabilize the Bulldog. Spray comes up into his
I was going to say, time's getting a little bit low. I'm not sure we want to go for that Joe.
Coming in. Time starting to dwindle. And there
hold up.
Hold up. Alexi finding Crystal. For a little bit more and finding Kelly as well.
Of course, it comes down to the raid boss. They did great damage, though. They did really good damage.
That's a good amount of damage
they hit some good
by
shots.
DRX.
Yeah, big damage on the economy. Global ZETA, that was just too close for comfort. They were running out of time. They had to clear Heaven and the Halls player.
With the buff, she actually does a lot of damage now.
Just for a little bit.
And the Thorns last for a long time.
And as well as Hyunmin with a lot of these Sheriff kills, just dealt a lot of work against that economy of Global ZETA. Now they're forced with a bunch of Sheriffs on their end, but Steel Garden is available for this round, so if they see it being winnable, they can take away all the weapons.
No way, the trade-off of recons. Scan for scan.
Pings on both sides as the recons get exchanged. Someone already popped here from Alexi. Needing to go for the peak sooner rather than later, but now it's going to be expired. Crystal, however, able to find one as the Sheriff shot connects right there onto Athen.
It's a little bit weird. Pressure over towards it, but they still have the alarm bot, so if they actually just group and go B, it's not massively going to work, but this looks like it's just pressure over towards door, then they go back and split A.
Onto an area as they try to go forward the clear on the turret. Peeks for a little bit more, but Global ZETA have their sights set on Art once more.
Quiet before the storm.
You got your TP as well. Once this alarm bot goes off, they probably got 3 in sight.
Exactly
should be okay.
Unless they kill Yomei. Oh, Steel Garden.
Run pop, looking to take the weapons away. Everybody far enough back, disconnected away from it. Managed to hold on to the weapons. And Henman now pushing forward, pushing Eclipse onto one, pushing forward, but Poppy able to put him down. Kelly S. Similarly finding flashback as this round starts getting away.
There's no way they managed to win this. It was kind of nice though. Vice all pushes them to over towards here. Then we have Thorns, Smoke, so you can't fast floods. And then you know that they're not on site to shoot the Thorns.
Core here from DRX. How do they try to get themselves back into this?
Dude, they're using proper strats, by the way. I wonder if
going to be found. Yome finding one, Ache getting another.
Oh my god.
Start finding their way back through, but the flash connects. What? Kelly S maintains their life.
Damn, dude, we had some really nice shots. I'm pretty sure, chat, GE are going to use a similar comp to this. Like if I'm in Pacific and I've watched this round, I would imagine that this is like an actual GE. It's like, look at this. You try flood out through the smokes. Once you flood out, you go into the Thorns, so you're slow. Like, you're always going to win that duel. One Thorns covers both smokes. It's pretty nice strat.
Though, mainly between Poppy and Kelly S. They were able to secure the site.
I think this is GE's comp on this map.
Of these plays, and now it's a real start. Now it's back.
There's no way they cooked that up just for
DRX.
Spotlight thing. They're leaking strats. Yeah, they're kind of leaking strats, but no one's going to use this to anti them. That's the thing. Like if you're in Pacific, you would look at this and go, well, we can't use that to anti them. But honestly, I would be pretty surprised if GE used a different comp to this. I would say this is their comp. That's way too organized to just be a thing for Spotlight, and it has good thought process. Like that's a set strat with the Visor.
Turret cleared, the chase coming through, and Alexi catching Ache right there mid jump as they try to exit. The retreat is not allowed. Leopardstone down, but even with the kill, ZETA, they just pump the brakes, they slow things down, cutting that noise, instilling that doubt once again, making them think, is this going to be a pivot to that B site? Drone as well from Crystal in mid, hoping to lead to that conclusion. Now the A site opened up as the stars get placed.
They do have the right idea, though. They're coming back right on A after the noise has been made.
Being planted. Gets shifted over in towards dugout. Thorns coming up.
Dude,
they cut off here for the moment.
The Thorns look really strong right now. When we're smoking them off and making sure that they can't get shot.
It's gonna be Yome able to find the headshot there first.
Do they not look really hard to play against? Like, what are you actually meant to do?
Let's keep them in with an advantage. Athen, Guardian in hand, able to find
still got Ash to suck. They got to go a little bit faster on this.
High pen. Flushes out an area, but now
work?
time starting to dwindle.
Dude, I thought he was aiming way.
At the ready, pushed away from the beyond that. Grab well, dragging them off is now Crystal and Poppy coming up with one, and Athen just does not have the HP to survive. 4-0, 2 weapons carried over.
And the thing is, like, chat, you got to think as well. Like, there might be a world where this comp that GE are doing works a little bit better with like a Killjoy.
Nice moments from the side of DRX here. Yome's pick off from the
Sheriff. This whole delay is a nightmare. Like, you delay so much on site with the Vice that the Astra just wins the afterplan majority of the time. Telling you, change this Cypher to a Killjoy. Could be really scary.
From Global ZEPTO.
9-0-4.
Could be one of those comps that you just can't let them plant.
Deadly reign of
okay, DRX are about to get some rounds after this, though. Like, if they win this round, they can start. They could even get it back to like a 4-4 if they use their ult well.
Looking for the flick, can't quite get the adjustment.
Isn't the Thorns easy to break? Not massively. Like, it's the same as like a Killjoy Molly. If you don't have vision, like every time they're doing it right, like they're making sure people are, or like the util lands behind the smokes.
Flashback will just jump away with the gate crash.
Nice shot.
Elusive. Hyunmin swoops through, and they're going to be taken down here at Art. I guess they need to reposition, given that he's got Spike in hand.
A little bit difficult. There's just so many utility that they haven't flushed out away from DRX just yet. The Crystal evening out the numbers.
Catch them there at Hall.
Is Alexi just watching the jump spot as well?
Still, you have Alexi pushing forward, looking.
Okay, big Joe here.
Site, trying to draw some further attention towards it.
Oh my god, the Astra has no idea.
Astral form on the opposite side of the wall here. Looks to try to retreat.
Holy hell, the recovery's crazy.
Just to draw it down. Doesn't manage to get rid of Poppy, so Raid Ball's down, but Kelly's still here. Scoops up the kill now, just one away from the ult once more. Gunman situated.
I mean, could ult the planter here.
Ult at the ready.
They have no time to plant.
That could basically be the round over here. As there's just 11
we get the
seconds
planter.
remaining.
There we do. Spike drops just in time to plant. It's a big Jewel on site at the same time as this is going on.
If the covering fire with Gunman winning out the fight. The push
this is nuts round.
Back, finds Ache.
This is a nuts round. We were waiting on the body for the
where he was going to respawn.
With the shorty as well. Shout out to Crystal. They actually they stuck together.
DRX.
They stuck together on this. Crystal was able to just pick up the spike, plant in time.
For this round and attacking when at that on the side of Alexi.
And they used ult.
It felt like the puzzle pieces were in place for DRX. You got Hyunmin getting the killer contract on the board, getting that kill. Ache with a very long flank from Art. They didn't even see that coming. But after getting that additional kill to create that big 2v2 for the side of Global ZEPTO, just created so many avenues for them to just really make that a win. Now Global ZEPTO has Steel Garden.
Oh, we have multiple
they
defaults.
They have the Hunter Sphere as well for post plant. They are playing for time constantly. It's coming in close, and Neri even dealing first blood.
Right here.
I mean, Flashback clearly just getting clipped.
I know
retreating into the A site there through a smoke. Shock dart, not 100% certain where that one was landing, but either way, ping reveals go out off the neural theft. Lexi holding here, off shot, not going to connect, backs away. The rest of the team still encroaching here on the site. The slow approach coming through. Crystal able to find one. Actually going to be taken down.
You need to go out if you want. Oh boy, oh boy.
Through, but just getting whittled away at from every which way. Hyunmin arriving.
They actually look like a team though. This is by far the most put together stuff.
The last one standing.
Like we're trading together. Everyone's got someone to back it up. The util's good.
Forward here as the team gets fanned out. Up, getting closer. Lexi able to line up the shot.
GE practice, yeah, it looks good,
now.
Right?
This is complete domination coming from Global ZEPTO, and they haven't been stripped off of their economy just yet. It just keeps on building and building, and a very understandable timeout from DRX.
Nah, I mean, they're fine.
Especially they
most
got
teams won't
3
look into
big
this at all.
And a buy round.
Most teams won't look into it.
Coming in on round number 7. That they need to stabilize and strategize.
It's a good tournament for money.
Global ZEPTO's momentum here.
Like I like the approach, and it's only this, right? This is the only map where it's like you can tell
every single team in this tournament.
There's some thought behind it. Everything else is like relatively standard.
Been able to go on tears every single time they get warmed up, and it hasn't taken them very long either in the series played so far. So a big task, already surrendering 6 rounds to this squad on the attack. Brutal task to try to turn things from here. Let's see if the timeout call assists in that endeavor at all.
Yeah, it's
just gonna be more pain on the opposite side.
Yeah, they still need to bait out that Steel Garden for sure in this upcoming round, or else they might find themselves, despite it being a bye round, it will be back to an eco temporarily.
Timeout with these ults should be easy.
Well.
You can play full retake.
Down in the Cosmic Divide to deny any sort
Killjoy.
of aggression, and I mean, Global ZEPTO, they've been playing for time. They've been extending
VIPs, just
timers,
keep them alive. You can retake B no matter what.
So perhaps they can take advantage of that and slow things down.
Double push up in with A main swing on the corner. Alexi going to be taken down. They all line up. The splashbacks will find a second, but Crystal
imagine they lose a
still
2v5. It's kind of doable. They both have ults.
Players now left here.
Oh, that's a pause though.
Work their way forward into the site, but already there are 3 remaining players from DRX stacked up.
My ISO just messed up.
Push coming through. Okay. Out there here onto the
okay.
Angle,
I do that. Honestly, I thought the ISO kind of messed up the pause.
Finally break
that
this
pause
win
was good
streak.
for one.
Get themselves on the board. Another kill.
Okay, they get on the board.
Off that double K here
3 people need to rebuy. They got 5 ults though, so surely they win 2 in a row.
Inside of DRX, and it all started with everybody lining up as Flashback and Yome get these important frags, and the almost transfer by Hyunmin. And just as you said, important ults now online.
Wait, we got
didn't
9
even
ults?
need to invest
it's gonna get
the
manic.
3 ults prior to round number 7. Still gotta bait out a couple on the side of Global ZETA though.
Yeah, so I'm not even sure you can full process of the stuff because it's like, oh, okay, well,
maybe
that helps.
Coming, quick peek into mid.
Yep.
Crystal on the floor. High value target to find off the rip. Mary, though, creeping forward.
Don't know if you need to be doing that as a solo Astra. I guess had the cam wanted to break the cam.
Just peeking in towards A main. Gets taken but widely. Global ZETA just wanting to grind things here to a halt, slow things down, keep it nice and quiet. Cam gets the spot out. Knows that there's going to be a little bit of a heftier presence here towards A.
Get to see the pings. They do want that A hit. We've already got 2 players attacking Art, so they overwhelm Hyunmin. Or
oh boy, they just go searching.
They're going to try to, but yeah, we'll just get overwhelmed.
Everyone's just going search and we got all the ults. It's the same thing again. Here comes the molly.
Try to zone them back, steal away the weapon.
Oh, kind of missed our molly though.
Goes on, flashback.
Actually does mean quite a lot.
For now, that's going to be Kelly's held.
Still though, double buy still over towards A in the corner. Wait.
Catches him just staring at the wall, just Blair Witching it in the corner. Suddenly, Cosmic Divide now going to be coming through. We go into the 2v2. Hunter's Fury called in, gets the tag, looks for the reposition here.
What went on there?
Planted, lockdown now, however, invested. Actually looking to zone them back. It's a big pull away here from Global ZETA, having to respect this. Wrap around in the meantime coming through, or contemplated there from Athen, but opposite dip back through to Flowers.
They didn't tap the spike? Oh, nice shot.
Forward. Athens somehow winning the fight down to 30 HP. Recon spotting nothing.
Ooh, okay, nice shot.
The swing out, and Athens gets the headshot. A lot having to be invested, but DRX will be able to go ahead and clinch themselves a second round win in a row.
Yeah, it's that dimensional drift. It makes you wonder if the wall-facing thing might be dodge the flash as the dimensional drift was about to be unleashed by flashback? Question mark?
Yeah, I mean that has to be the blame. You know, just trying to play anti-flash, but anticipating it's going to be a second flash coming their way. Instead, it's a fake out. You get out of the dimension.
There we go.
2 quick kills.
Yeah, dude,
or that.
Something
they both
else a little bit more
turned for the flash, right? And then they were just looking into the wall forever. They DC'd.
Well, those are really... I mean, so far it's been pretty doggone short. I see some pings already, you know, raring to go.
Internet cut out? Yeah, maybe.
So have you drank your water, Achilles?
Dude, no answer to that? Wait, has he been timed out as well?
Well, I have drank my coffee. I have not drank my water. But for those of you that are watching, please drink your water.
She got Dono Award.
Looking at
yeah, Achilles is just out of there.
Expiring now as we're back in the game real soon.
Okay, looks like we're good.
Okay, there we go.
So all's well now.
Yippee!
Can get things underway. But yeah, let's
Get out of my way.
hope that doesn't happen again, and that everything's gonna be fine. I have a nice pop
shots.
here for Alexia, and she's dead.
Hyunmin has been on fire. Yeah, every single time.
Will they roll back last round? Nah, it's
first blood.
As soon as there's damage done, round's done. There's like 2 kills before them.
Actually, he's been keeping that quite a while now.
Has had it in the back pocket, and Lexi's not going to need it in this round either. Oh, never mind.
Nah, if there's damage done before, there's no. Ooh, this is nice.
Out wide, and we'll be able to find the punish on the Hyunmin.
2 like really. One little swing to get rid of the shield, 1 insta swing. Dude, these ISOs who like peek before the barriers go down just mess up all the time. You just give someone a free opportunity to like swing and break your shield.
One nearby to be spotted out, however.
Oh my.
Push up, point blank, Crystal able to get the jump.
It's a 3v5 at its peak.
Now a 3v3.
big kills across the board here for Global ZETA, and now they have full control onto B, but...
How do they roll back the round if they want? You just press escape, and then at the bottom, in the settings, it's down there.
Their choice of the map here.
You can, like, pick what round.
Yome, a lot of pressure about to be on her shoulders.
Holy.
Dodge, swings out, trying to get the jump, trying to find the surprise, but...
That's a devastating round to lose.
Comes up with the goods, and now it's all on Athen in a 1v3.
Just so much. There's one wrapping around. There's one
double forms, and then you gotta go. Like, look how much time this is stolen.
Might be an attempt on a clutch, but
and then you got the Astra.
So
damn. It's nice.
One, and there you go. Just the re-swing off the flash. Kelly S. Stopping DRX here in their tracks as Global ZETA get themselves up to 7. 3 more rounds to be played out here in the half. DRX desperately needing these.
Yeah, now they're back onto the Sheriffs. I mean, we've seen big Sheriff shots by Hyunmin before. It is a possibility that we might see another Thrifty. They're able to replicate what they've done on the stack onto A main. But Global ZETA, on the other hand, they've got
down
other
to Nico
plans.
again.
They're hovering
That was
over
the
to B this time,
round.
and I feel like the bet could be right.
Quad push. Moving over here towards B. Jiggle peeks out. I'm able to catch a glimpse, spotting at least 2.
Will GE win kickoff? I wouldn't go that far.
As it looks like
I like your
optimism
though.
Here. Still taking their time with the creep up, but not really backing off. DRX have pivoted 2 more players into position. Hyunmin arriving here alongside Flashback, reinforcing this spot. Wait and see what the go button ends up being here.
No more thorns.
Nebula gets repopped. Flashback, able to find one. It's going to be taken down. Kalias able to find one.
Dude, Kalias is wrecking everyone on site. Oh my goodness.
Comes up with 3. Nothing with the weapon recovered. Gets another, but now it all comes down to Ache just now arriving here on the B site.
Dude, everyone was like, everyone was dueling all behind the smoke, and Kalias is flashed and just sent it and killed 3.
LOS onto this one. Likely just gonna have
Who
to
goes wide? Ooh, look at all these little...
Sure that he does not have any.
Someone's taking control of these rounds pretty well. Even on Haven, you saw like the timing of the double swings were good.
That felt like so doable for DRX.
This was a good little 1-2. Someone goes wide.
Earlier, managed to get a kill off onto Poppy, but Kelly S really made that round incredibly winnable. With the multi-frags, with the constant trades, having to extend his life, and even build up to a steel garden coming through this round 11. So we'll just have to see. Yeah, it's the 3rd one in the first half. It's crazy.
Real performances here. Attack op in hand here for Alexi.
How ready are we for this? Oh boy.
Flash at the ready, catches a glimpse there, tucks over to the side.
Down,
somehow Flashback comes away with a kill on the Kelly S instead of the enemy jet. And at the same time holding the opposite door. And we'll just go ahead and back away as a little bit of noise gets heard.
Time to jump.
Drone at the ready, but it's going to be the dimensional drift here from Flashback. Scout further, 2 players spotted.
I mean, we're not going for anything crazy, are we?
Fake out going through. Alexi, Poppy both going to fall to the wayside as Athens able to find the kill. Crystal off screen, pushing up towards B.
2v5.
But hell of a lot more work to be
Into
done.
the 2v4.
One enemy remaining.
Dude, imagine they lost both of those duels. It's a 2v2.
Map, able to find the enemy Yoru, but now has to try to work through 3 more players. Should be very well aware that. I guess that's it. Yeah, the spike was going to be watched, but wasn't quite prepared for Hyunmin. Squared up there inside of the attacker spawn. So DRX, they find a 3rd.
Nicely done by DRX here. Again, the constant first
Maybe we just
blood
go
that
A with
Flashback
keep
are
it simple, put numbers there.
Outside of art, outside of doors, honestly has been incredibly effective, and you know they've managed to gain
the GE off season. I didn't watch enough of the GE games.
Spawn,
I only watched like what 2 of their
so
show match games out of the 5.
Global ZETA to sort of recover after doing that default. So
it felt like when you watched it, you could tell which maps they had a good amount of practice on and which ones they hadn't.
Or maybe investing more members onto mid and hover the players over there. Let's see.
Ooh, Gunman trying to find a timing, but eats a lot of damage. Re-swing out from Ache as well. Similarly, going to be shut down. Poppy find that kill.
Yeah, here comes the Viso again. 3 for 3 over here.
Gunman taken down to a sliver of HP, and the counter swing from Poppy is able to go ahead and confirm the
Dude,
kills.
yeah, we're really seeing the Sova ults are so telling. The changes to the pings.
All of them have been evaded. Crystal
like so many ults now going like half through the floor.
As the stars get situated, DRX finds himself very much on their
on this map as well. There's a lot of
that
different
post land is
levels.
just disgusting. This, you got the wall, you've got Poppy still alive.
Yeah, and we got the same thing again. It's Thorns, then you got a Flash, then you got the wall, then you got Aftershock.
Before investing that would feel a hell of a lot better, but now the backside flank has been opened up. It's no longer safe to try to commit any of these ultimates.
The Vice stuff on A is cool, though.
Noted,
I mean,
walled off.
all they've done is shown like
and taken down 9-3.
One thing they like to do with the ult. It's not too much.
Well,
it was a great half.
Firm lead once again here, up by 6 at the half.
Yep, and they have been winning these pistols constantly, but that's on the attacking side of things earlier on.
Might as well save when they do that setup.
Really
yeah, that's what I mean.
It's
a super strong setup.
But first, let's go on to a short break.
The Vice look good here. Yeah, I agree. But again, Vice always looks good for one map. It really looks good once you know it's coming. Can safe IGL be trusted? I mean, I think it can be trusted, yeah. It's just how good is it gonna be? I think Vitality might take a little bit for it to like fully click. So what everyone said about ETH and IGL. True, but Safe's IGL before.
Alrighty, it is now time for the second
and
half
I think there was a
Pearl,
lot of
9-3.
other things going wrong in
Scoreline here
NRG
for
instead
Global
of
ZEPTO.
just like Ethan's calling.
DRX gets ready to go
I think
on
for
the
him to
attack.
take all of the blame is kind of mad. Because even just set
Find a
strat,
pistol here to
like
try and turn
we've seen teams
tides.
without IGLs and firepower look like they're the worst ones we've seen.
Quick little exit.
Like a skilled
Areas
team
eat a bit
that has no
damage.
IGL with firepower. Like we've seen a good amount of
Here, but
examples. They're for sure the worst
ultimately
ever
decided to back
example.
away. Kelly is able to
So
find
like
once.
something
Poppy
something
faded
else was
out,
going
making
wrong
away
for
with
sure.
that kill. Spot out onto Hyunmin, breaks the shield, but Neri eventually does get hounded down. Crystal, however, Sheriff in hand, tucked away, finds the headshot. It's a break of that shield as well. Now, sent scattering just a bit.
Yeah, I mean,
Crystal's
maybe it
gonna be
could get a
last
little
one
bit closer
standing.
with
They have his
pistols, who knows?
position noted. Flashback, trying to recover a Sheriff, ends up falling down. Crystal just a bit too clean
Personal
with it.
problems
He's
in players
alive.
also, yeah. This wasn't a good year for anyone, it sounds like in that year.
Have a chance to close out the round.
Holy,
Spam
imagine
through
it.
Athen, lucky to get away.
Such a big
31
recon.
HP. As the recon goes up over the top, but double stack directly here on the right hand
The
side.
bait close
Finds
is
the
nice.
burst, isolates it. Does he read
Yeah, it was
the
good though.
approach from behind? No, he does not. Does damn well. A solid effort, but Ache will get DRX the pistol round win.
And the story started again very similarly to the first half. It's Hyunmin with the opening pick, a bunch of
This is the Phoenix
attack
change
coming
patch,
from
yeah.
Art as well. And despite being separated from his teammate at Art because of the Vice wall,
The comeback
nonetheless
starts
still
here.
able
I
to,
honestly could.
chase off Neri over
There's a
there
good
onto
chance for it.
water. And just open things up a little bit more for DRX to have full control off the map. Same story can be said, but let's see though. I see a ping onto Cubby, Alexi. Let's see if the spot's gonna work out.
This is nice for Crystal though. Insta recon over towards A, picks
Nope.
up ult. Gonna get that ult nice and early.
Yeah.
Well, now somebody flushed out into the open, taken down, double tap shield, regenerated. And that's going to be the go button here for DRX on the site. Gets the spot out onto a Neri right before the Nebula ends up getting popped.
Huh, what the hell?
Kill
That looks
closed
so
out,
funny.
shield still intact. Hyunmin finding himself another. Elias eventually will take him down with the classic from across the way. but
Anyone else? One
might
more?
just end up being the only casualty suffered here from the side of DRX. As a Crystal this time around only has a classic in hand. We'll give a shout out here to his new home, his new org. Even though the bundle's not available.
Yeah.
Portal closed.
gonna die to the spike. Mm-hmm.
Death by spike.
Yep. No one's near him.
Rushi gives him $10 every time he
inspects the weapon. True.
Just racking up cash. It only counts if it's on camera. Well, we'll just be the disconnect here. Oh, there's another $10.
Oh, throws it away.
And there you go. Will die. And DRX get the much-needed start to the half that they were looking for. 2-0 now moving forward into their bonus.
Yeah. I love the fact that DRX is doing their, due diligence. Not every corner is going to be safe in every single round. Every single corner must be checked. And they
let's see the big buy rounds.
Spot out.
They've done pretty good, at least having two people that are close to ult.
Set up here, but this time it's going to be the bonus.
One orb away from an ISO ult, like this is that. This is the snowball that you want.
Close to the double digits,
it's gonna be a very
but DRX
close map.
is really fighting back here on the attacking half.
Recon sent out over the top here.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that recon.
Well, that's not where that was supposed to go. Yeah. Ends up in Narnia. As the drone gets cleared, Alexi going to be spotted, but
that's that. Do you know what? That's such a big fast pick as well. You take out the ISO that was going to get ult.
From Alexi, confirming further presence here on the site.
Nope.
The recon, yeah, the recon might have saved him as well.
Triggering a lot of these traps.
Ready, tailwind popped here by Alexi. Gets the ping out on the one in the meantime. A little bit of a walkabout as Jay scouting in towards Art. Poppy waiting back. Ready to try to spring the trap here. And there damage down, but
oh boy, the aims.
To win the fight, nor is Poppy here. So some kills opened up. Map now very much exposed here in their favor.
Aim looking a little bit rough on this one.
They're going to be taken down. Spike still being brought
3
back
and
through the
3. Flashback low.
If they go towards A, that's going to be a bit of a dicey situation, but I like this call very much. Not as
let's see how early Alexi sees them. And we have Crystal
sites,
leaning over towards B as well.
Lying and waiting there on halls.
She is Crystal as well.
Well, there we go. That's enough.
Recon, shock dart at the ready.
Uh-oh. The tunnel vision is huge, though.
Flashback finds the timing. Swings the corner, catching her off guard. That's going to be the fake out. Crystal turns from it. Spots out one, turns from the follow-up. See if he gets used into the hall.
Dude, messed up on this one. DRX can really do it.
Kelly S now the new IGL. For the team, trying to see if he can do anything, but as he hits the floor, his corpse will stay there. Yomi goes ahead, takes him down, and now 3 rounds separating as DRX convert the bonus.
Yep,
the difference you see from Gen G
play there by DRX, having to just cut noise.
Foxy, like Meteor did so much in that team. I mean, that's the main takeaway.
In a very narrow
they need to change some of their stuff because they can't rely on Foxy 9 to be
Alexi
Meteor.
Wanted to rotate already. It's just a long walk from long. But DRX really played their time super well. And now, kill contract available again. Hyunmin has been killer whenever he's able to activate that ultimate. So we'll have to see where it's going to be used first. Might be at B.
Knows that they're going to be against a weaker buy. Could just go ahead and help ensure player advantage here off the rip. For now, Alexi not giving them any notice to her presence. Just backs away. To rotate around in towards tower. Kill contract goes in. Meantime, Harry finding a catch. Actually going to be taken down over at mid. There's going to be a weapon recovered. Gunman will get the kill. Repop onto the shield. Poppy at the same time.
Drone recon.
Finds the elimination.
Some options.
DRX gets the spike planted.
Got a big jaw as well. This one here.
Drone to scout that out. As over the TP in. Harry just then finding out that he can't quite manage to lock down the kill on the flashback.
Oh my god, this guy is so good. What the hell?
Cleans it up. And in thrifty fashion, that's going to be Global ZEPTO getting themselves back on the board here during the second half.
It's mad that no one else picked him up.
Crystal,
he's a beast so far.
Every single time when it matters,
he's so impactful.
Brings in the clutch and a thrifty at that, just as you said. The
great
shots were just so nasty. Let's take a look at that replay again. This was incredible from Inari to find the lurk. Just open up the map entirely. They had to invest more members. and look at the flank, and that is how Crystal is able to clean up Slane.
Yeah, even he was impressive.
For Crystal.
Yep.
Wide smile on his face. 2 ults apiece. Hunter Sphere on both sides. Dimensional Drift available for flashback.
Who's next?
LES ready to take some weapons out of hands as Dimensional Drift comes through. And DRX quickly start making their way in towards his A site. Hunter's Fury opened up, looking for the hit here on the Poppy. Dodges out that second.
Yeah,
pop,
I mean,
the
combo's
flashback
just
jumps out
too
of the
strong.
Drift and is able to gun down to Poppy Crystal both hitting the floor.
Oh, my.
The final one snaps on for the second. His flashback will fall.
It's unlucky though. Kind of did great. Oh, what have we done?
But now Alexi arriving. Catches Athen asleep at the wheel, trying to push over towards Flowers. Crossfire set up here from Inari.
No way.
There's Alexi. Flushes out Ache as well. Yomi swings around the back, tailwind over the side to safety, and Inari will be able to find the other.
They played it so well.
Here.
Dude, that shot on A-main was pretty lovely.
Players.
So 3v5 as well. Dude, I feel like DRX have lost like 3v5s.
Yeah, that's such a crazy angle. We've got, you know, Inari lying in wait and Alexi with the
that's
big
the duo,
two
yeah.
kills as well. They were definitely
that's the duo, and now they have so many ults as well that they
massive
just
coverage
win.
of each other at the right spots on the site. KaliS also with a big double kill. And at the end, there was just so much to look at, so many angles to choose from.
Kali on site, yeah.
And the ZETA girls were able to bring this into an 11-6.
Yes, this should do.
A great bailout and one that very much breaks down the momentum that was building from DRX. Economy kind of down to its last leg. A couple players could afford to buy up a little bit should they lose this round, but will also be giving over
My eyes are down.
match point here to the side of Global ZEPTO. So DRX at all costs need to avoid that.
This is huge though.
Here in the round. Double push
They create pressure over towards B for the B split, but we're about to lock this down with one.
So many ultimates.
They should play a little bit more
out,
passive with
though,
the
if
ults
they wanna
though.
Be successful.
Or just do that.
Wall gets
Damn,
popped,
that's
the flash
nice.
is hit onto all of them. And Kelly S
Wall
just
goes off, then you
easily
flash, then you
collect.
swing.
Reads the push here.
I like their Vice
In
stuff. Their
towards
Vice
mid,
stuff's
in
been looking
towards
cool.
Sewer, creeps back, finds the third, and now it's just Yome left to try to survive for 50 seconds.
Here.
Time ticking away. And oh dear God, the ping is out, the knife drawn, ready to drive it. They want to try to go ahead and bait the eyes forward, make sure she is not paying attention. And there you have it. Alexi drives it in deep.
Convincing.
Yome
It's looking like
hits the
they
floor.
got so many ults as well.
Great knife kill to take it to, you know, match point here for Global ZEPTO. And
W
honestly,
bait by the
they're
team
feeling
who
it,
even
you know,
had the spam
KaliS
going
over
in.
here on Art just...
Sorry.
How could you not?
Sorry.
What are you apologizing for? Maybe that was an apology to DRX.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's one way to inflict a final blow here. And do some mental damage as you get yourself up to match point. Final timeout call will be made for DRX.
Interesting timeout. I mean, why not?
6 rounds in a row to get this into overtime. I appreciate that they're giving it their all. Granted, at this point, they are mathematically excluded from the grand finals. But wanting to put on a good show, wanting to put up a strong performance, the timeout will be called to see if they can turn things around a bit.
Yeah, it does feel like, you know, they were able to, you know, scatter the position of Global ZEPTO a few rounds ago. But just as you said, the momentum has been broken a little bit here after, you know, the clutch of Alexi and Inari. But you get to see very strong lurk from Ache from time to time. Flashback and Hyunmin, you know, doing back-to-back first bloods across the map. They might try to replicate that over here on B as they hover around here.
Oh boy.
Aggressively, leading up over the top, gets the glimpse, gets the kill. Yome taken down. The immediate exit comes through. Alexi able to get out to safety as Crystal just plays distract with that Hunter's Fury. Damage does not get spotted, but they have a decent read here in the position of Alexi, but she's still able to find that follow-up shot. Tuck away from Crystal, peeks back out, ends up getting gunned down. His flashback comes away with 2, now into a 3v3. There's Inari looking here at Link. Poppy just behind. Swing forward.
Top of the spike into a swing. It's kind of nice.
Gets the goods. Kelly's now arriving here on the site. Alt at the ready. Do they commit? Flashback into deep position.
Last player
Swing forward, turret placed. Hyunmin swings.
Sure.
And that is going to be DRX answering one
Maybe
back.
it's a hero
Some solid
timeout.
shots there from Alexi. Unfortunately, the only kills found for Global. DRX, they hang on.
Yeah, really great timeout conversion there. Again, Hyunmin in flashback. The back-to-back multi-frags here by both of these players are doing a lot of work, and now another kill contract coming their way. Dimensional drift as well to inflict some chaos on towards Global ZEPTO. But just as you said, great effort by Alexi. Even having a secondary operator for this, just gonna try to keep that in their back pocket. But if DRX goes to A, that's where Kelly S is gonna be staying.
That's exactly where they're heading, but they should be able to figure this out given that the dimensional drift is in play.
It's you and
King's
me.
coming down, gets the spot out. Kill command
All
coming
of
through,
that,
gets the drag.
all of that ults does combo so well with the
Forward,
Euro.
Hyunmin instant with the headshot. Doesn't even give it an opportunity. Crystal, however, is still here, and Yomi's going to be taken down.
That's a big jaw there.
Over in the site. Points back a bit. Takes down Kelly S. Crystal holding here at Art. Immediately the kill coming through. Alexi firing one past Hyunmin. Is able to find flashback. But Hyunmin still pushing forward, still shoving them away.
Wait, what?
That there's going to be invested in.
Alexi won this?
Wins that
Wait,
fight.
how are these two
Neri
doing
cleans
this?
up Athen, and just like that, it's all over.
They're such a
He was
brutal
looking so damn
duo.
good.
What's
Hyunmin
going on?
going a
How
heater,
did they win
pushing
that?
them out, trying to chase
That's
them down, but
insane.
somehow, some way, Alexi managed to win that point-blank fight with the op in hand.
I can't believe the op won that duel as well.
Global Esports are going into the grand final completely and
Okay,
utterly
dude, we never got a
undefeated
third
in
map in the
maps.
best of threes.
This is definitely the path that they were going for, the trajectory since day number 1. And of course, can't forget another clutch by the ZEPTO girls, Alexi and Neri at the very end. But as we take a look at the highlights, it was just complete domination. Get to see moments from Kelly S on the Vice as well. It started off a bit even here and there, especially when Hyunmin and Flashback get these early kills, but a dominating start coming from the side of Global ZEPTO, especially once they do their post-plan.
Okay,
it does
chat.
feel
I'm
like
gonna
it's the round's basically
take
over.
the fast end again to go gym. So,
some signs of life.
so fine with this. Give me someone to raid. Who's streaming right now?
Ultimately Global. ZEPTO still just looking so damn strong across the board, every single position. I mean, they change up the roles a bit, you know, coming into this.
We did? Yeah, I said I
last
would
map
raid him if he was
and
on again.
They're still able to have some absolutely fantastic performances.
You got anything
Crystal
crazy in his name?
Continues to be the raid boss of this tournament. Sheriff, rifle in hand, doesn't matter. Hunter's Fury even, or Shock Darts. As long as he has util and he has, like, air in his lungs,
No?
Crystal needs to be feared.
That's not the right one.
Yeah, especially this
Valorant?
moment.
Okay.
That was crazy.
So he does have
And
something
of
crazy in
course,
his name.
you
Well,
get to
I say
see
crazy.
Kelly S. We get to see what 3 steel gardens.
Alright,
in
thanks
the
so
first
much,
half
everyone.
as
Thank
well,
you,
just
thank you.
being
I
that
appreciate you all.
stalwart defense onto Art.
I will
Once
be
you go
here
in,
for the
there's
final
never-
tomorrow.
There's never going
We've got a
out.
best of 5, so we at
once
least
you
get to see
eye
a
to eye
third
with
map.
Kelly S.
And we
here.
should be pretty banging
Of
because these two
course,
teams
Hyunmin,
kind
we
of been
get to
wrecking
see some
everyone.
moments from
So
him.
we should
But at the
actually
end of
have
the
like
day,
a
we get to see
relatively
the
close
ZEPTO
game.
duo steal a
I appreciate
lot
you all.
of pain
Thank you so much
during
for
the
watching.
latter
Thank you.
half of this map.
Shout out to the mods as always
Well, I
for
mean,
being here.
Similar stories compared to what we were seeing in the the previous
Do this.
series.
I was
there,
gonna
but
say, Chad, the amount of times we lost
Zeta,
like 5v3s.
you get these first kills,
11 and
but
7,
converting those
savage.
into wins,
All right.
just proving to be
Peace, everyone. Peace,
ever
peace,
so
peace. I'll see you
difficult.
tomorrow. Okay. Have a good rest of your day.
11 to 9 in that regard, but only the 7 rounds won. It just shows how